Hey everyone, welcome to Angeldust Live. I'm Frank Firefly Lucas, your host for the stream, and today we are playing Angeldust again, the action RPG for Windows, Mac, iPad, iPhone, Android tablets and phones, and Linux. If you're watching this on YouTube, please give a thumbs up to the video if you enjoyed the show, subscribe to the channel to never miss the live show, and if you're watching on Twitch, hit that follow button, bam, thanks, much appreciated. Also, if you're watching on Steam, we're trying this for the third time in a row, so let me know in the Steam chat if you're watching the broadcast over there. I'll try to keep up with the chat. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit. I'm not sure why it doesn't work, but hey, Valve doesn't have the facilities to facilitate the chat. I'm not sure, but we're going to see what happens. But bam, let's dive right into the game. So let's see. Open up the YouTube chat here. We've got Hum here. We've got Obi here. We've got Stanley W here. I heard that Rob is touring today. Yes, we'll probably move the tour right to the front of the screen, a little bit deviating from standard operating procedure here, but like Gordon Freeman did in Half-Life, we're going to make the most of it, so hopefully Earth doesn't get invaded by aliens. But we're going to get the tour to the front of the stream, kind of like 10 or 15 minutes in, and then we'll do the hunt as usual. So if someone wants to volunteer and go to the play together mode and walk into the world, get us to a high level, that would be awesome, so we can go there after the tour of Rob's build. Rowan is there, yoo-hoo! And Stanley says if I'm going to join this adventure as Stan is the man. There we go. Shadow Virgo is here. Shadow won the pet snack last week when we had 4 lotteries. And Shadow won one of them, so it won't be a 4-hour stream today. Prepare your expectations for today. It will be probably 1.5 hours to 2 hours, so not 4.5 hours. But it will still be crazy. We're going to show some very cool stuff. I've got a new future build of the game ready to show as well, with some new tricks in there, so we're going to take a look at that. So I'm 2 minutes late. Yeah, I'm sure. I know. Instagram seemed down on my mobile phone. I couldn't post my message, and I usually post on this thing like a new image. So today the wood chips, as you can see in the background, the wood chips everywhere in the village. So that's a big improvement. But we're going to dive into the game. Can't wait for the presentation of new stuff. Alex says. Alex is always here waiting for the new stuff. So let's not keep him waiting. Let's dive right into the game. Use the buttons on the left side of the screen to select the hero you want to play as. So one thing that you might immediately notice when playing version 3.5, the new update that came out yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, the 3D models now render much smoother, they load in quicker, and your entire frame rate thing should feel faster as well. So let me know if you experience that awesome improvement there. I'm going with the scout today. I'm going to hunt and shoot and stuff. It's all cool and it's all good. I'm curious about the time machine. Yeah, we all are. We're going to take a look at the time machine later on. And to play name and password in these boxes, sign in will take you into the game. We'll do that in a few seconds. We've got the speed is up, Firefly. Come on, go on, step on it. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch and Discord over on the menu on the right of the screen, all the social media. The Discord server is run by community volunteers. They do a very good job at getting people excited for the game, getting involved with hunts, with builds, with everything. So if you want to be part of the larger Angeldust community, wants to have some voice chat with people, click this button, Discord, and you will be happy in no time. The website button takes you to the game's website. There you can send private messages to your friends, you can set the names for your land claims, and you can set your hero colors. Very cool, do that if you've got the time. And this button at the center bottom of the screen, I've talked about this for years. It says the in-game language, and now as of update 3.5 you can also get the visual style chooser. So this is presented to new players at first startup, and whenever you change your language, you can select the style that you want to play. So we're going with 3D for now, but later on we'll switch to cartoon. There's also hand-painted style and old-fashioned style, which are available from the options menu, but these are the ones that you can choose in this version. So this is to enable the new players to select the style they want to play in. A lot of players, I noticed, want to play in the cartoon style, and it defaults to 3D style, and they don't know how to change. So right at the startup you can select which one you want to play. And as you can see, the game world in the background also changes style immediately, so you know what you're getting. We're going with 3D, and we're going to sign into the game. Boom, I won't keep you waiting any longer. Here we are. There we go. So I'm not sure what's happening. I think my gamepad is a little bit off regarding the calibrations. Yes, here we go. Hey all. Swalia's here, Rob is here. Hey Rob. Bruh. 5 minutes late. Hey Rob. Rob, ready for the tour? In 10 minutes or so. We'll do a quick tour. So Rob has got this Mirandon is kind of the kingdom we're going to visit. Rob has got this wonder, it's called the 12 Kingdoms, because there's going to be 12 kingdoms, and we're going to visit one special new one today. It's amazing. I'm still awake. It's about 2 o'clock in the nighttime in Rob's place. So good day, mate. I hope everything is well. So, gegroet landgenoten, Marijn, welcome. It's been a long while, so let's play together. So if someone wants to go ahead in the play together mode, we're going east for now, apparently. If someone wants to go into the play together mode and walk into the world, get us really far while we visit Rob's Wonder, let me know. So if someone wants to do that, we'll visit the Wonder and afterwards we'll go back to the play together mode and see what happens. Hopefully we'll be in a higher level area, otherwise I'll save it in my telecharger and we'll be able to pick it up from there. So let's go. Hi everyone. Okay, so we've got a lot of questions and thanks to the time machine, the TARDIS, yeah, we're going to look at the time machine. You're going to be amazed. Stan as the man has already left. Swilly says, I did 49 quests. That's a lot, sir. And you also had 4 King Lions on all of your heroes, so that's Swilly, yeah, he's the king of the jungle. Don't you doubt it. How do I win in the lottery? Rady, you did. Rady, last week we did 4 lotteries. And you won 1. Congrats. Spasiba, congratulations, sir. You won the lottery. Let me quickly check out this thing. Firefly's broadcast is not available at this time, but it is now. So let me know if you're watching on Steam, and if you want to chat with me, probably you need to go to YouTube or Twitch. I'm trying to load test. Yeah, it doesn't work. So go to YouTube or Twitch for chatting. There we go. Chat doesn't work on Steam, but this is live. There we go. Anyway, let's dive back into the game. Here we go. To the east today. Rob, in about 10 minutes, no, 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes, we will visit your wonder. It's amazing. I spent the last 2 days touring there. I got lost a few times. There's just so many things to discover, and it's only one of the kingdoms. There's even more kingdoms. We already visited Bondi Beach. We visit, what was it called? Uruguay? No, that's the warriors from the Lord of the Rings. But something like that. The Aboriginal kind of hunting grounds with the Ularu, that's it, with the rainbow snake and all of the lore there. So this new part, Mirandan, it's called Mirandan. I'm not sure if we need to pronounce it with a hard R there. It's amazing. I spent 2 days getting lost there, visiting all of the nooks and crannies. There's photon machines, there's girders, there's all kinds of new blocks, new textures, new things. You haven't seen the game like this before. Okay, so Cool Gamer says, hello, привет, Cool Gamer, как дела? One day he's early, and one day right on time. Now he was late. Yeah, I blame it on Instagram. I blame it on Instagram being down, at least for me. So let's walk into the world. As you can see, this was the end of the pathway. The pathway is now made of gravel instead of wood chips. And all of the stuff in the village, which was made of gravel, is now made of wood chips. So the village looks much warmer now, and the wood chips are also completely flat, completely flush with the ground, with the pavement there. Rockweiler sounds like a dog, but he's actually rocking out there. So the new village plots, the house building plots, they look perfectly sharp. Adds a little bit of warmth and a bit of color to the village. I hope you like it, Obi. Obi says, I've got a quick building question. Okay, here we go. I remember when I asked you why the trees stick to the panel blocks. What? Why the trees stick to the panel blocks? Nisha, panel block is stick to the... What? Visit my random building. No, we're going to visit Rob's random building first. I like the sound of that, Rob's random building. Steam streaming seems useless. Why not just stop streaming there? It may affect good on the bitrate for other streaming platforms. Yeah, because I suppose that someone is watching on Steam. When people visit the store page for the game, they will immediately see the stream, so they see the game in action, see all these people running around, and they're probably like, yeah, I want to be part of that. I want to be part of that. Obi's like, the gravel looks awesome in the woods. Yeah, one thing I noticed, it looks more like an actual pathway. And the heroes, like the colors of the heroes and all of the creatures stick out more, because the wood chips were pretty saturated. The new gravel is like completely grey, so it is desaturated, and you can actually see the colors of the heroes much better. I think it balances out the color scheme a lot better, so yeah, I agree. I found a good use for that trick today, and when I wanted to use it, I was surprised that you changed it to not stick. I have not changed anything there, sir. I thought we decided on leaving it. Yeah, I have not changed anything regarding building mechanics. No, seriously. Panels sticking to trees? I really don't remember. I really don't remember changing anything of that nature. Placeable trees from the builders used to snap down to panel blocks if you place them above a panel. Yeah. was a long time ago. Then it must have inadvertently changed. I'm not sure. It was not my intention to change this at all. So if it did change and if it's now completely unusable and completely unplayable, like actually unplayable, literally unplayable, I can take a look. I could roll out a hotfix, like a patch or something for 3.5, but... So you mean that trees now go through the panel block if it's empty? Stanley says rashed. Rashed what, sir? I also saw some of the elders online a few hours ago, so like almost the entirety of page number 1 and page 2 of the players' pages, people were playing, so that was a good sign. So we talked about it and decided it never really mattered, and asked Alex about it too. Okay. Also, hotkey for the glasses. There is none currently. There is no hotkey for the glasses. The goggles, they're called. The goggles. Indeed, the translation may kind of might be more of the glasses, but it's actually goggles. We decided to leave it in case there's someone using this as a trick. Yeah, that sounds like what you want. Yeah. Stanley says, "I'm opening Steam right now."
Oh man, these guys look brutal.
Oh my! Stanley looks brutal. Oh, you found a way to use it and it got removed. Literally unplayable. I'm not sure if he can ever find out when it changed, but I did not intentionally nerf that. Also, who's flying on the dragon? Hum is flying on the dragon. Who else? It's like the American Eagle. I can show you what I mean later in the stream, yes, but I think I already know what you mean. And Stanley says, "I'm in the game now." Wow. Great job. Stan is the man. Is present again. Okay, let's go to the treasure chest and then we'll visit Rob's build. And Alex says, "Lol, I found a graphical bug just now." But Alex, I do have something to show you at the end of the stream, kind of. It won't be a 4-hour sit like last time. It will be a little bit quicker than before. So let's wait for the sun to rise, and once the sun starts rising, Rob will visit your build. I hope you're in the game. I leveled up again. Hi, sexy boys. He's talking about me. Thank you. Thanks, little Xrd. It's probably just 1 minute until the sun starts rising. Let's see. There's something else that's shooting balls of tar over here. Level 116. Check it out. I've grown stronger. How I can't be in the game if I'm chatting in the game?
So much
What?
practice I can do from this one vantage point.
Has anyone been ever decided more as how long is a day? It's usually 24 hours in planet Earth. So let's save this location. Okay, Rob, go. Rob, let me know. Chat me when you're at Mirandon. So let's see if we can start right at Mirandon. Not go over the pathway through Vulcanmania, sorry. You always get sidetracked when trying to time it. Okay, well, go ahead and try it one day. Let me know. Hola, hola. Okay, ready. So we're going to Rob now. It's going to be amazing. TP to me. We'll visit this real quickly. Salut, Nevadas. Salut. Bonjour, senor. Bonjour, monsieur. Comment ça va? Rob. Let's visit Rob. Where is Rob? Where is Rob? Where is Rob? I don't see Rob. Rob has got the Wonder Builder badge. So, Rob, where are you, buddy? Over here. Alright, so here we are in Mirandon. It's going to be amazing. We're going to tour this build real quickly. Hum says, I've tried hundreds of times. I always get sidetracked. You just said, I hope you're in the game, or was it another dress for me? No, I hope you're here, and I've got something to show you at the end of the stream. Alex. So we're going through Mirandon. This is going to be a miraculous build of Rob's. So Rob, do you want to lead the way, or should I just do this? Okay, let's go north. We're going to follow Rob's directions. Okay. This is Mirandon, a build by Rob. We'll tour this quickly, then continue the hunt. So Rob has got about 15 minutes, so let's go. Is it Pizza Terminator time. Crunchy, go ahead. Really crunchy, yeah. I'm just skipping ahead, Rob. So this is the animal shelter. Indeed, you can leave your mount there if you want. We're just going to stomp around with our horses today, Rob, because it's a little bit quicker. And Alex says, I don't mind discovering this place with you. A little extra says, TP to me. No, just TP to me. So check it out. We've got this awesome, I think it's kind of an auditorium or something. It's a kind of an arena. There's bedrooms to the left, to the right. Everywhere. This is the main assembly area. Check it out, looking beautiful. So this build uses a lot of the green and purple color scheme. So you might see that after a few seconds of visiting this. Like the color scheme is green and purple. So we can visit the Force Globe thing, which is very fun. It's kind of like a miniature photon ball. We can battle a Yeti. We can go to the hunting fields, the hunting test. It's completely crazy. There's all kinds of jazz in here. So over here is the Photon Stadium. A telescope building, yes, that's also not to be forgotten quickly. Hola, Gamer Nick. Hola. Obrigado. Thank you for joining us. Este Angeldust. Benvindo. Bom dia. So here's kind of like a food place, if you want it. This is the Force Globe. So this is the ball game. Let's go in here. I'm going to be Team Violet. Let's call her my dude Violet, my girl Violet. Fire up the game. Photon wiring provided by Obi 2002. So Obi did this. Obi made this functional. There we go. Anyone in? Get in. We need some players on Team Red. Get in here. Little Exart also joining Team Violet. I want to learn for you some phrases to communicate with Russian newcomers on the stream. Oh, sounds like a good idea, Alex. So get your colors using the coloring thing. But again, this is kind of like football. You need to get the ball in the goal. And let's see. The goal is the goal. Ooh, oof. We need an orchestra. Maybe later, Max. Okay, this is taking too long. Taking too long. Psychocontrope is with us.
Dodge my attack.
Okay, let's score one goal. Here we go. Here we go. 1-time, 2-time champion of the world. No, it didn't go in. Tonmo is present. Yeah, so let's move it. Alex is here as well. Colombiano is using his horse. That is almost like cheating. We can't get past the horse. What time is the lottery today? In about 30 minutes or so. Okay, moving along. Yeah, that's a good idea. So let's get out of the arena. Get out here. The ball is bouncing too much. Yeah, maybe that might be our problem.
Come on, let's run around or something.
Okay, got my horse. Rob, you take the lead. Where are we going? So this is the football field if you want it. Here are the hunting grounds. I died here because there was a big ant boss and I got killed. So let's keep on going. All kinds of wonderful buildings here. May I join Crunchy? Of course. You don't even have to ask, sir. You can just join us. This is kind of like the government building. So if we go in here, open up the door like this. Whoop. The door will open. There's photon wiring everywhere, which is pretty cool. Get in here quickly, because the door closes real quickly. So this is the government building. As you can see, there's some desks over here with kind of like computer screens, kind of. Oh, someone else is leaving already. Let's make it out. Let's make it out. Can we make it? Yeah, made it out just in time. So looking good, Rob. Which way shall we go? Shall we go into the underworld? I want to show off the Steel Forge. Let's go to the Steel Forge. Where was it? Let me see. Which way was it? So we're shaking up things up a little bit. We'll continue the hunt. Oh, this way. We'll continue the hunt in a few moments, but we're just touring Rob's build real quickly. This is not doing it justice, so if you want to visit this later on, here are the coordinates. As you can see, 203-552 and 520091 is where we're currently at. I can't enter this with my horse, so let's leave the horse for now. We need to remember to pick it up later on. My game wouldn't keep up with the amount of players, lol. Oh, Stanley, you could try the cartoon visual style. The cartoon visual style is a little bit lighter than the 3D visual style, so you might check out the cartoon style. That runs a little bit quicker, hopefully, on your device. It needs to do a little, needs to do less computation, so hopefully it runs better. But the 3D style, as you can see, it looks pretty good. So Alex is bathing in the lava. No, Alex! No, Alex! Burning! Yeah, this is a steel forge. As you can see, we're inside of a mountain, so this is actually an indoors place, inside place. And there's pipes coming out of the walls. There's an excavation site over here to the south. There's an escalator, like kind of like these transport conveyor belts. They bring in the iron ore, I think, or the steel ore, and it gets smelted in this basin. And it's got smoke in here, as you can see. So there's smoke coming out of this pipe. Yeah, it's a nice industrial style. Yeah, I like this. This is really good. I wanted to show the steel forge, so great. There's a hospital over here, so as you can see, there's a red cross. There's a secret room behind this entire thing. You can visit it using a special trapdoor that this is, but you need to find the switch. So that's probably very hard to find. I found it eventually. But so inside of the hospital, how to get pets in the game? You thought it's a cross. Yeah, it is a cross, but it's the red cross. So this is the hospital. As you can see, all of the lines are color-coded, and there's an x-ray room, and there's all kinds of cool stuff. But we're going to get our horse back and tour a little bit more topside, if you don't mind. So I'm going back topside. There's a special reward if you do find the entrance to this. There's a special reward in there, and it's a huge reward. You get like a complete lexicon, a complete translation of all of the language that's used in this build. Mason Elder is present. So I'm hopping on my horse and seeing if we can visit some more stuff outside. Sorry, Rob, for this really lightning tour of your build. Coffee tastes better with your mug. Thank you, Crunchy. That means a lot to me. But it's just amazing, just taking in the sights. I think we're going to the observatory at the moment. Yeah, I had toured this morning, and I really wanted to show this off on stream. It's just the nice views. It also ties in with something that I want to show later on the stream. This is the combat arena right in front of me. You can battle a Yeti over there. You don't want to because you'll die. Yo, what's up, Niels? What's up, buddy? What's up? What's up? You've been there. Okay, Stanley W, great. You've been there. So this is the top of the... when will we start? Yes, Tonmo. Yes, Tonmo. In about 5 to 10 minutes, we'll hunt again. I live again. So this is a nice view over the entirety of the build. As you can see, there's a glass panel over here, and you can see lots of cool stuff. Alex says, I fall. Oh, oops. Rip Alex. So let's use the cinematic mode to tour this from above for a moment. So as you can see, green and purple is the color scheme, as you might have already deduced. But there's all kinds of cool buildings. I don't even know where to start. There's a marketplace. There's a central auditorium, kind of. There's a hotel. There's a like place where you can get food. There's this awesome hand with fire in it. I think it's called the Life Bringer. There's lots of lore associated with this build that you can deduce from all the scrolls. There is a hidden reward if you manage to find it. There's bedrooms with TVs. There's bedrooms with lighting, so everything here is is lit and wired with photon stuff, so you can turn the lights on and off, which is good. Niels says, today I had a hamburger. Wow, that's cool. And what are these floating blue scrolls? Kokonatsu asks, and stars. So these scrolls are the hollow scrolls. They allow you to place signs in the game world, so you can encode a message in this, and if a player taps on it, he will receive the message in their chat log. And the stars are the photon blocks. They are the photon injectors. You'll find them in the village as well. They fire up machines, and you can make like things that move in the world and things that do things. So you can actually have trapdoors and like combat arenas. You can make a soccer game like this. So here's a kind of like a tiny soccer field that uses the stars for scoring. So it's 0 for the red team, and it's 0 for the violet team at this moment. Can you ride bears and other animals in the game? Yeah, you can ride all kinds of animals. Stars seem pretty cool. Yeah, they're in the village. There's some demo machines as well. So pretty cool stuff. You can make a combat arena like this, so if you go in here and if you press the button, so this door is locked with the stars, as you can see, it will open up with the stars, but you will get killed because there's like a counter over here, 0 right at this moment, but a yeti, like a big snow creature, will fall down and it will start to bash in your head, which is not fun. It's not a lot of fun, so it's pretty cool. Did you see me kill the yeti? I didn't see it, Rob, sorry, I missed it. So as you can see, you can ride creatures indeed, we can ride horses. And Stanley says that the Yeti killed me lots of times. Firefly, can I get a dragon building a neighborhood? Yeah, sure. If you make a wonder, it's if it gets regarded as a wonder, you can get it. So as you can see, the hollow scrolls, the blue things allow you to convey messages. So this was placed by Rob. As you can see, it says "Battle the Yeti" in the north, and these messages get added to your chat log as well, so you can reread them. So you can place signs, kind of, for other players to find. Which is cool, here's a small door. So this is kind of like a cool thing. This is a cool square with like a marketplace and all kinds of stuff. And I just love the terraces and kind of like the terrace and Philip, the kind of height difference. Tonmo is battling the Yeti, as you can see. Yeah, that was the Merchant's Square, which we just visited. Tonmo is trying to kill the Yeti, but it's probably not going to work. Tonmo. Rip Tonmo. Alex is over here. Alex, you still got your violet outfit, buddy. There's music everywhere. Oh yeah, so the stars, the photon blocks allow you to play music as well. Firefly, what's your favorite character in the game? I kind of like them all. I don't understand how to spawn aggressive monsters. Alex, aggressive monsters don't work in the village, but you can spawn them anywhere else, any place else. So someone had some outside help here, and you can use the ball. So any photon creature will spawn a photon ball, and the photon ball can be used to trigger other machinery. Yeah, there's another one. There's another one. I kind of like all of the heroes in the game, so I play a different one every time. Colombiano says, "I want to show you something." Where are you, Colombiano? We're kind of like taking a tour of Rob's build at the moment, so I'm going over this building. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's go back to the marketplace. It's kind of like a rush job this tour, but we're just visiting everything here. Yeah, the scout is good. Has got good range with attacks. I like that. But most of the top players of the game play the sorceress because she's a little bit more overpowered. Apparently, she's got some more tricks up her sleeves even. So that's pretty cool. Rob, sorry for crashing the place, but I hope we showed some more sights, some nice sights. Yeah, let's go. Show us. There's some underground stuff here. Show us, Rob. We go in here. Oh yeah, here we go. There's all kinds of underground stuff as well. Hiya, Mum. Oh wow, there's a Psy-Energy globe over here, which is kind of like an altar of sorts. And what more do we have? Oh, there's an elevator over here. There's a special doorway over here, which leads to a blue and green room. Checkerboard pattern. Oh, and we have this special hidden pathway over here. Check it out. Now we're doing it. All kinds of cool underground stuff, as you can see. And I think, talking about cool, this is very cool because there's ice over here. This is like an ice landscape under the ground. Wow. How do you ride bears? Use a saddle. Indeed, you need to buy a saddle from the shop. I tried it and it won't work. You cannot mount another player's bear, so you will need to find a bear in the world.
As long as we stop for treasure,
I'll be right behind you. Let's get my horse back. Rob, I did a crash tour of the underground place as well. It's just yeah. So Rob, sorry for running around. I hope everyone got a quick taste. And sample. That's okay, mate. We'll continue the hunt. But thanks for having us. We'll definitely visit again in the future. So, Rob really did an amazing job of it. Yeah, this doesn't do any justice to the build. We just ran through it and like this is this and this is that. But there's so much detail in this, and you can actually find a library containing the translation of all of the things that you find in here. But it's thanks for building it and touring, and for being online here, only here online here now. So let's go into the world again. Rob, you can go to sleep now if you want. Thanks for the quick tour. Thanks for having us. We're going back to the hunt. This was just a yeah, Alex. They need a free space to spawn. They will spawn from the photon block into the spawner, so you can make it directional. So yeah, it was great to tour here. It didn't do the entire build justice, but hopefully this was cool. This was cool. So. Let's go into the world. Rob, sleep tight, and don't let the bad bugs bite. See you later, mate. Thanks so much. So everyone, good night, everyone. Let's get hunting. Let's TP to the personal location. Is someone else in the play together feature? See ya, Rob. See ya. Where are you streaming from, Firefly? I'm streaming from my studio, so you might have already deduced that I'm using a green screen, so I'm streaming from the studio. Tonmo was asking, will we continue the hunt? Yes sir, we are continuing the hunt right now, right here. So Tonmo, now we hunt. Tonmo, now we hunt. Trick or treat, is Halloween next week? Wasn't it next week, or is it the entire month of October? Yeah, better. No, not better. I really love Rob's work on the Mirandan Kingdom, and we'll probably visit some of the other kingdoms in the future again, because it's just that much detail and that much cool stuff that he's built. So, trick or treat, smell my feet. No, I'd rather not.
This is great, as long as we stop for treasure.
It's the 31st of October. It's only one day. And why are they hyping it up the entire month then? Maybe I can do something special for Halloween, so I need to remember this. I might be able to do a special Halloween thing this year. Now that the update is out, 3.5, I might be able to do a special thing. Hey Firefly, meet Ryan, my classmate. Hey Ryan. Hey Ryan. Welcome on the stream and the hunt.
Just need to reload and I'm ready to go.
Have you gotten the armbrust for the scout yet? No, I haven't. I kind of like, I'm like the pauper in this game. I don't have all of the items unlocked. I don't have a lot of money in this game, so I don't know how to get more coins. I try every week to hunt, but then all these players show up and they steal my coins. Arion, classmate of Tonmo. Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. If you don't, I don't care, I'll give you quite a scare. Yeah, there we go. But I don't want to smell your feet. I'm starting to feel bad for these innocent animals being murdered every stream. Yeah, but there's, you know what? There's an infinite amount of them, so I don't really feel bad. I'm your big fan. Well, I'm your big fan too, Ryan. I'm a noob. Yeah, you don't know how true that statement is. People always need to remind me that I can use the goggles to minimize the user interface. People always tell me that my buildings are not as beautiful as they should be. People always tell me that my hunting skills are not up to scratch and that I let people die when I'm playing the sorceress. So I have no clue how to play this game. I don't have any coins, but I like playing the game, so... You make great videos. I do, or someone else does? Someone else do. You make great videos, well thanks buddy. Hey Stanley W, is this the first time that I see you on YouTube, by the way? Because I don't remember your name from earlier live streams. At least I'm number 2 in PvP, yeah, but that's just a matter of shooting a lot of people. But most streams I get on top of the leaderboard, kind of. I like the in-game leaderboard at that time, so during each PvP session, I'm kind of at the top. You were in the last stream. Oh, sorry, Stanley, I missed you. I missed your name then, or maybe you didn't chat as much as you're doing today, so I don't really remember your name. But I'll never forget you now that I've seen you here. Face it, you're pretty good. Oh, you, Obi. You are pretty good, Obi. You are number 1 on the leaderboard, aren't you? So I've got some cool stuff to show you later on in the stream. The stream is called Time Machine. I didn't really want to give away too much, so it's called Time Machine. It's kind of like generic, but we'll take a look at what Time Machine entails later on. Tails and Knuckles. Any other updates? So 3.5 came out. Alex was also asking the same thing. I'm writing up and posting the Steam release notes pretty soon, probably on Monday or on Tuesday, so give me a bit of time. This weekend I'm kind of preoccupied with other things. And last week I was kind of preoccupied with finishing 3.5 and releasing it. So, changes that you might have noticed, the 3D sprites load in much quicker, they render much quicker, so you should get a lot higher frame rates playing on 3D visual style, which doesn't really mesh with Stanley's experience, where he said like, too many players on the screen, my computer started lagging or my device started lagging. The roamers are just annoying, aren't they? No, the roamers are cute little dudes. Other things that have changed, so the wood chips in the village, you might have already seen that. So previously we would have these dull grey plots where players could build their houses and they would be uneven and things. Right now we've got wood chips and they're entirely flush with the pavement, so it's much easier to build there and it looks much better if you start building actually. So that's cool. The crosshair for the building tools has changed, so if you cannot place or remove a block, the crosshair will be grey and it will be slightly transparent. If you can place a block or remove a block, it will become fully colored, white to color, and it will be fully opaque, so that's a pretty cool change. The range and the actual interaction with the building tools is reverted to 3.3 behavior, so that's 2 updates back. People like that more, so the majority of people voted for the old behavior. Now that it's back, most people say like, oh, I kind of like the extended range that you added. Yeah. That's funny. Shaders do not eat my GPU, but game doing that well. Yeah, Alex. That's because the characters are rendered on your CPU at this moment in this version. So all of the characters that you see are transformed and lit on the CPU because I cannot rely on OpenGL in this old engine. So improvements will be coming in the next update, Alex. So other changes, there are some other changes that you might not have noticed. Let me see if I can remember some, because they're kind of like subtle. I should have written them down, but I didn't. So there's about 7 or 8 things that I can talk about. And I forgot all of them. So just enjoy that. So the visual style chooser that you saw at the start of the stream is new. So you can now select the visual style using that dialogue, which is much more comfortable for newer players. They're also forced to make a decision, so they need to decide at startup if they want to play in 3D or in cartoon visual style. You'd be amazed at the amount of players that want to play in the cartoon style. So there are shaders in this game. I'm playing with shaders, Stanley. So you've got Angeldust, the base game that everyone is playing. But if you're on Windows, you can enable PostFX, which is an official standalone add-on pack for the game, which enables shader effects. It's based on Reshade, which is written by Crozier, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's written by Crozier. So the shaders that I'm using, Kubir, GG Kubir. The shaders that I'm using add the depth of field effect, as you can see, so it gets kind of blurry in the background. It adds a little bit of shadow detail. There's kind of like ambient light detail, making the things in the sky, so the light's a little bit more pretty. And there's anti-aliasing, so some of the sharp edges between pixels get fixed. And oh man, I play Linux, yeah. So I've got some big news coming on that front. Last week I already showed a native version of the game running with a newer graphics engine, which was coded up in 1 week. I was really proud of that, so I took out the old renderer, the old render engine for the game, and I implemented a new render engine based on a newer version of OpenGL. And I showed off some cool effects like reflections, real-time lighting and shadows, better shading, so per pixel shading of the characters and the game world, which looks a lot better than the current per vertex lighting. So I'm trying my best to release a new version of the game with a newer graphics engine at breakneck pace. So it's going to be a completely insane task that I've got ahead of me, but I really want to try and release the game on Steam with a better graphics engine than the one we're currently using. I think the game looks entirely good, there's nothing wrong with it, but it just doesn't hold up to 2019 standards at some moments when playing. So trying to improve the look and feel of it a little bit. So as you can see, I can disable the effects. So disable MXAO, light depth of field, ambient light, and the full screen anti-aliasing. And as you can see, this is probably what the game looks like on your computer. So this is without any shader effects. As you can see, the background of the game is now entirely sharp. So all of the trees in the background, they are shaded a little bit differently thanks to the ambient light built into the game. But it's a little bit sharper in the background, and there's no anti-aliasing. The shadows are a little bit flatter.
There's sure to be some tough monsters
So,
in this place.
It would be hilarious if you could ride a Yeti. The block picker is really nice. It's helping me out a lot. Best anti-aliasing independent of graphics card vendors is temporal anti-aliasing. Okay, thanks for the tip. Have you ever thought about adding accessibility options? I think reducing the range for people who find it hard to be precise with their block placing could be in there. Same goes for making the crosshair bigger. Yeah, the crosshair size is kind of tied to the text size, so the font size that you use in the game. So if you want a bigger crosshair, just increase the text size and you're good to go. And the range thing, yeah, I've been thinking about that a lot, trying to come up with solutions. I haven't found a good solution just yet. One solution that I thought of was, how about you have double the range if you're riding a mount, and half the range, or like the current range, if you're on foot. Because if you're on a mount, you're probably doing some more coarse kind of building work, kind of like laying the foundation. And then once you get off your horse or off of your dragon, you're probably going to do more detailed construction. So that was one thing that I was thinking about. Also, if you're on your horse, the limited range isn't very useful, so it's more fun having a longer range. So could you increase the range on the goggles for people who make big towers that look realistic? What? Could you increase the range on the goggles? The goggles don't do anything. The goggles, they do nothing. Here, I've got the goggles enabled. What kind of range? What do you want me to change then?
Just need to reload and I'm ready to go.
What? Do you want this grid to extend all the way to the horizon or what? I'm not sure if I'm following you. So these are the grid lines enabled using the goggles. They do nothing. Yeah, I'm just going to disable the goggles. Let's go back to the crossbow. They show hitboxes on the blocks, yes indeed. But it doesn't really make sense to have the grid extend that far, because you can't place any blocks that far away anyway. You tried using them for your tower? Okay. Hum says I would second a larger grid. What are you all doing? What are you all doing? Why do you need a distant grid on it? What? Am I just not seeing the use case here? Also, I'm going to re-enable the shaders because I think the game looks a little bit prettier with it. With them. There we go.
What a blessed find!
Cooper is asking lottery. 5 minutes. 5 minutes to lottery. 5 minis. 5 minutes. Just stick around for a few more minutes and we'll do a lottery. Why do you need a grid in the first place? I still haven't found a use. But I still haven't found a use for it. Which was a song by the band called S3. They are from Greenland. Would costumes or accessories be added? It's not like on top of my list, Shadow. Says it's about 13 by 13 now. Yeah, it costs a lot of time for the game to implement or to render the grid lines, so that's why it's kind of like limited in scope at the moment. It's pretty hard for your CPU to draw all of the lines at once. And now you might say, yeah, but hey, I can look further into the game world without the lines. Yeah, that's true, but the lines are computed in real time and it's kind of like a different effect, and it's maybe. Insane grid range, yeah, immense, and then insane, and then it's infinite range. Maybe I'll be able to add the lines to the landscape, so they will actually render all the way out to the horizon. That sounds like a useful feature.
Target practice I can do from this one vantage point.
Okay, 4 minutes to the lottery. If you want to win a pet, if you want to have a pet in the game, and if you want to win a pet snack, stick around for a moment. I try not to smile. I'm always smiling. Sometimes I might be frowning, but my heart is still smiling crunchy. Oh, take a look at this. This is a beautiful pond of water. Wow. This is a beautiful area in the world. To be honest, we actually went through some beautiful areas already this stream, so I hope you enjoyed this. Jump and build below you. It was a little hard to place blocks while climbing, because if I'm climbing a pole, I place a block and I fall down. Same with shooting. Yeah, you try that in real life. So did you ever try climbing a pole and then building a 1 by 1 by 1 meter block on top of it? It's not going to be easy, buddy. You should make the goggles act as a pair of binoculars. Hey, did you know that you can already do that, Stanley? So if you go to the options menu and go to the cinematic mode and enable it, you can actually fly around like if you had a drone camera. But then you can use the left mouse button to actually zoom in like this. So you can actually take a very close look at things. Use the F key to zoom out little by little. T key to go back to the regular camera focal length. And you can even use the F key to go to extreme wide angle lens view like this. So that's a pretty cool feature, right? It's built right into the game. What? Yeah, like that. Hey buddy, there's more than meets the eye. More than meets the eye. I always thought that the Transformer theme was about something different. Something about you want to see these guys or something. I'm not sure why, but it's Transformers. It was what? Why Transformers?
If you're looking for a sharpshooter,
everyone says better than this is my dreamed red bricks. Yes. Why did you make the crosshair bigger / not get hidden? Because I wanted players to be able to place and remove blocks more precisely, Obi. It was what Monique posted on the forums. It's very useful to be able to immediately target a block or a face that you want to build on. And if you're using the shovel and you want to remove a thing, it's really it's way more comfortable to see the crosshair at all times. And I don't want it to be too obnoxious, but it's so I made it smaller at first and opaque, but now it's like a little bit bigger and just a little bit transparent at times. Yeah, wait a few more minutes for the lottery, about 2 minutes. So here's another roamer.
see if you can dodge this.
There's gonna be a code on the website. Yeah, there will be a code on the website. I will show you. So let's get this roamer down and then we'll do the lottery. Roamer down is lottery time. Do I have to pay to get in the lottery or how do I get in? I will explain you in a few moments, Stanley. Don't worry about a thing. Only Monique? No, it was me. It was I. I also find it way more comfortable to build with a crosshair that is visible at all times. And I'm sure a lot of players find it more useful. That's why I introduced the goggles, so that if you want to play without the crosshair, you can play without the crosshair. Okay, lottery time. Get on YouTube or Twitch right now. Lottery, be right back. Lottery time right now.
I'll shoot him down.
See ya. No, be right back. 1 minute. It's not 1 minute. Don't tell anyone it's not a minute. It's always longer than that. So let's switch to the desktop camera. Like this, I think. Yes, this is a desktop cam, so I can minimize the game. There we go. So here we go, Stanley. You want to participate in the lottery? Well, you took a good day to participate in the lottery because we're doing it live. We're doing it right now. I used the appearing and disappearing as a helpful tool with building. Yeah, that's why it's now gray and slightly transparent and fully opaque and colored. So it's kind of like pick your poison here. I understand. Everything that I change to the game from here on out is going to be a change that everyone's going to contend or contest. So I think the game is pretty much done in its base. So this is kind of like what I want to launch with on Steam. I appreciate you bringing it back in some form, color changing, no, lotto. So Stanley, are you watching? Is everyone watching? We're going to do the lottery. For the lottery, you go to the website, playangeldust.com, or any one of the localized versions of your thing. If you want to change language, there's a box on the top right of the website. So for instance, if you wanted to visit Nederlands, you get this. Altijd avontuur, ontdek eindeloze magische wereld en strijd samen met miljoenen vrienden tegen enge monsters. But if, for instance, if we're going with Italian, which is Italiano, then you get this. Avventura senza limiti. Esplora innumerevoli mondi fatati. Affronta creatore spaventose insieme a milioni di amici. So there we go. So that's Italian for you. But if you're just English like me, if you want to read English, adventure anywhere, explore endless magical worlds and battle fearsome creatures alongside millions of friends. There we go. So sign into the website using your player name and password. You enter those in these boxes. Sign in, and then you get to the website, and on top, once you're signed in, you will see a special lottery area, which is only available once I'm streaming. And you need to enter this code today, 65530. So that's the code that you want to enter in the box, in the submission code box. So 65530. Submit a ticket, boom, there we go. And we've already got Kubir with 2 tickets participating in the lottery. So Stanley, if you go in here and get your tickets in, then you'll be sound as a pound. Loki TR has got a ticket in the box. Rihanna's got 2 tickets in the box. And Hum says, missed Mox by 5. What? I don't really see why you'd need a crosshair at all times. Because people who play any game get a feeling for what's in the middle after a while. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Obi. I'm kind of like... I get what you're saying, and I also want to make sure that no one finds the game frustrating because they don't have a crosshair. Oh yeah, we missed the max. No, because this one goes to 11. This one goes to 11, huh? Stanley, it won't appear. Where is it? Go to playangeldust.com to the website, click on the overview button if you're already signed in. And if you still need to sign in, just sign in using your player name and password. So go to playangeldust.com. You know the website, right? There's also a button on the main menu of the game. Yeah, this one goes to 11, so you can actually have 999999 as the code, so it's not 16 bits. Having it appear only when you're pointing at something makes sense, since you don't need to point at something precisely. I understand it, Obi. I completely understand. I completely understand. Eat the meatball. There we go. Sign in, Stanley. Sign in. And then you'll see this lottery section. I just see the live stream vid. No, Stanley, you see more than that. Seriously. On the right side of the screen, there's this entire section with the play now button and the chat thing. There's also this sign in portion. So you sign in there. If you're already signed in, you will see this thing with your name and your coins, and then you click overview. So you need to click the overview thing. 99999. Did you work for IBM? No. Why? but this code it's comprised of 5 digits, so all of the digits can be 0 to 9. So I've also got these what do you call them? Silencers? Noise silencers. There's like this building equipment, so I can't hear anything if I put them on. Shall I just mute the mic like this? Why do I have these lying on my desk? I don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with the time machine. Stanley, did you find it? Where you can enter the code. We've got 5 participants already. Stanley, get in here, buddy. Stan is the man. You need to get your ticket in here. You can do this. I believe in you. This one goes straight from my heart. I believe in you. It won't work! Exclamation mark. It won't work. Stanley, can you follow some very simple instructions? It won't work. What do you see then? Come on, buddy. I'll do it one more time. So you fire up your browser. You go to playangeldust.com. Or you click the website button on the sign-in form. Do you see this sign-in portion? The yellow sign-in portion. Enter your play name, Stan is the man, and your password. Really hidden password. In the box, and then click the sign-in button. Can you do that for me? Yes, Obi, I fully intend to have a option in a later version where you can select the building range and maybe some HUD tools. I hope you open source it so we can fix it. Yeah, funny how that goes. My main reason for open sourcing it was to be able to have other people in the community who are more experienced graphics programmers be able to... what is the code? I gave it to you on the stream. It's 65530, Stanley. 65530. So my main reason was to have people from the community with more graphics coding experience implement a new render engine based on OpenGL 3, so we could have things like dynamic light and per pixel shading, reflections, and other cool stuff. And now that I'm doing it myself, I'm like, okay, yeah, so once that's added to the game, what would open sourcing achieve? But there's probably lots of other low-hanging fruit and things that people want to change. So yeah, I get it, what you're saying. Stan says, I'm in. Let's see. Yeah, 7 people in the lottery. Archmage Amam is in here as well. And Stan is the man, has got a ticket in there as well. I have a whole different question about a certain block for later in the stream. I'll give you a break for now. Obi, we'll do lots of talking later on in the stream. So we'll play for about half an hour after the lottery. And then I've got lots of things to talk about. So we're going to do that later on. So anyway, we're going to draw a winner. If you want your ticket in here, you get 10 seconds. I'm going to count down live 10 seconds. We've got 7 people in the lottery, which is good enough for me. Let's do a lottery. We'll draw one winner today. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So get your tickets in here. You can get them in the box. There's only one lottery today, so next stream we'll do another lottery. If you don't win today, don't be sad. The more tickets that you have in the box every time you enter a ticket, the more chance of winning you have. So 5, 4, 3. So don't be mad, don't be sad if you didn't win today. There can be only one winner today, and we'll see who it is in 3, 2, 1. Fire! Okay, 7 people. Here we go with the lottery sound effect. Brrr, there we go. Draw a winner. And it's... Boom! Yaimar0002 won the lottery. Yaimar, congratulations, GG. Let's open up your profile for a moment. I haven't seen your name before. So you did 0 quests. And as you can see, you don't need to do quests to win the lottery. But Yaimar, level 12. 12 areas discovered, 49 creatures. Good job there, sir. Or madam. Yaimar, he's got 2 horses and a nice gravel building, which is good. So Yaimar, congratulations, you're the lottery winner for today. So anyway, everyone else, Loki, Kubir, Archmage Imam, Jahump8, Stan is the man, and Rian45. All your tickets go to the next live stream, and you'll have a higher chance of winning then. Because the more tickets that you have, the more you are participating in the lottery. So just gather some tickets, and you're sure to win in the end. So don't worry about it too much if you didn't win today. There's more pet snacks. But also, and I don't say this too often, if you donate to the game, I'm not sure if it's on the support page over here. There's a donation option once I'm not streaming. The lottery gets replaced with a donation option. It costs quite a lot of money, but you get instant access to the pet snack. So you'll get the pet snack, the donator badge, the special blue diamond, which is exclusive to donator people. You get extra colors for your heroes, and you get access to the Drakeling mount, so you can actually fly on a Drakeling instead of riding a horse or a bear. So you can actually fly up and down, which helps with building, because you can also build right from your mount. So you got access to all kinds of cool exclusive tools and things, and that's for the very low price of $33 US. There we go. So anyway, it's worth every penny, as Ham says. So instead of trying to build a wonder, which takes ages and ages, you can just donate to the creator of the game, which is me, coincidentally, and then you'll get access to some special features. So unfortunately, only one lottery today. We've got lots of other things to cover right now, so let's jump right into the game, right back into the game. Open up the game, Angeldust it's called, and go to the in-game cam, so we get a little bit better performance during the stream. Here we go. So GG Yaimar. Yaimar, there we go. And let's get on the horse and let's go to the east. Let's go. Let's go. Can I ride dragons if I build something very big? It depends. It needs to be beautiful. Make it beautiful. So you don't just need to build something which looks like crap. You need to build something cool. Because I'm the personal judge. You need to convince me. Like you need to appeal to my tastes of aesthetics to get a wonder in the game. And if you take a look at the existing wonders, you kind of can get a feel of what I like, what I want. How do you put an icon by your name? You can go to the website and you can click on the details menu there, and the details will take you to the part where you can select the badge that you want to display. I've got the game developer badge because I'm like a game developer of this game. Other players have other badges, for instance the winner, the lottery winner, or the donator, or the wonder badge. Wonder builder badge. Yaimar is going to try out his new pet snack, I think. Myoho Original is here. Myo, how are you doing, sir? I haven't seen this name before. Oh, Myoho Original is already gone. Well, see you later, Moijo. Oh, and is back. Like a crown or something. Yeah, I've got the crown, which is the game developer badge. You can see all of the badges listed on the support page. You can see all of the badges and the types and the things that you can earn there. It just shows my username and password. Oh, so you don't have access to any other badges then. So you need to earn those. There's the Pioneer badge, which is for players who joined the game very early on. There's the game developer badge, which I give to the game developers. Badges are a lie! Alex says, badges are a lie! Cakes are 2. Pies are 2. Hey Alex, do you want me to make the Valley of Glory a wonder yet, or are you still building? Will you let me know once it's finished, once you want it to be added to the list?
Let's see them dodge my
How to make it appear? Yeah, you either need to donate for the donator badge, or you need to be a game developer, or you need to be some kind of other rank, and then you'll get different badges. Whoa, that's not fun. Yeah, that is fun, because it actually means something if you see someone running around with those. When did the game release? The version 1.0 was released in 2015, so unless you have a time machine, which is coincidentally the title of the stream, you can't go back and earn the Pioneer badge anymore. That's forever locked to those accounts. If you win the lottery, you can get access to the lottery winner badge. That's entirely true. In fact, I don't have access to the lottery winner badge, so once you have a higher badge than lottery winner, you cannot like get it. Hey Colombiano, don't ask for it like that way. Let me know on the forums or in the private message if you want me to take a look at your build. But I'm not doing it during this stream. I've got some other things planned. Sorry about that, but We did a Rob 12's build at the start of the stream. This dude makes us happy. He does. Doctor joke. A guy goes to the doctor. The doctor asks what the feels, and the guy says it hurts when I touch my arm. Then the doctor responds, so stop touching the arm. Next. Yeah, that kind of sounds like my advice if I were a doctor. Hey, Christian. Hey, chef. Teletransportate. Colombiano. No comprende. No. No. Telecomparabante. Yeah, we also want to do the lottery. Yes, Christian. Yes, Christian. We just drew a winner. Jaimar won today. I'm going to drink a little bit of water. Sad. It kind of sounds like Trump. He's like the vice president or the president of the United States or something. Ron says this joke was funny in my head. It was pretty funny. Hey Christian, you can at least get the code in. So Christian, you can get a ticket in if you get the code. Can someone place the code on YouTube? It was 655-65530. So get a ticket in. Next time you can have more tickets. So 65530, that's the code for today. Thanks Hum for the reminder. The same bat time, same bat channel. Bat, not bad, but bat channel. Okay, so I've got about 25 minutes that I want to spend hunting. We can dedicate a portion of that to player versus player. Did you read my message about Village as Wonder or lose it as usual? Yeah, the second thing, Alex. I think the second thing. I always lose these things. Hi, Connor. Hey, Firefly. Sometimes you should try another game with me. Thanks for the offer, but I don't play a lot of other games. I'm usually just knee-deep in Angeldust developing this game. I don't really have a special interest at this moment in playing other games because I'm kind of like trying to get this game released pretty soon. But I'm glad that you like the other game, and I'm really glad that you are enjoying time on the computer or on other stuff. I'm addicted to Angeldust. Well, kind of addicted to developing the Angeldust.
Boring just standing here.
And let me just shut down the heating in here because it's getting way too hot in here.
I knew we could do it.
Hum says this is the only game I play too. Okay.
Oh man.
Sometimes on the sidelines I kind of play some Counter-Strike, CSGO, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Historically I've been a big fan of Counter-Strike. I've played it in many iterations. I will probably kill Alex Makarov in a few seconds if he would allow me. Christian says I'm watching the stream right now. Hey Christian, how are you doing? Thanks for joining us on the stream. But I don't play a lot of other games.
So bored.
Everyone is just trying to paste all of the other games that they play. Well, there's like thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of other games out there. I can't play them all, I don't know them all, but there's something for everyone. So some players sometimes say like, hey, Angeldust should have this or that, and I'm like, hey, come on buddy, Angeldust is my game, I decide what happens. If you don't like the game, that's no problem. There's like dozens or hundreds of other games that are like it, that you can play, which are hopefully to your liking. In Romania there are SpongeBob episodes with Halloween, and I saw a roamer in the SpongeBob episode. Seriously. Send me a link, I want to see the roamer in the SpongeBob episode. Will this one cost money when it's fully released? Yes, that's the idea. So the game has been free for quite a few years now. Players who wanted to play this game for free or have their friends or family or like school buddies or colleagues at work want to play the game for free, they could have done it for years now. It will cost a few euros in the future. It won't be a very expensive game, it will be a few euros. If I manage to get the new render engine online and up and running, and if the game looks like AAA quality by then, and it will look a lot better, hopefully, or it will at least have some new graphical tricks. Let me see the video. Bikini Bottom is the name of the episode, okay. If I can get the graphics like majorly improved and everything is looking sharp, then it'll probably cost a few euros, few dollars, and otherwise it will be a little bit less than that. So. Ruan says it will cost $100. And Crunchy's middle name is Awesome. Crunchy, Awesome, Crunchy. Crunchy, Awesome 3. There we go. Austin Danger Powers. No, that's not actually in there. Yeah, it does say Austin Danger Powers. Shadow is not allowed to buy games. Well, Shadow, you're in luck then that you found this game when it was free and that you're playing for free. So that's the thing. If you play for free right now, you won't have to pay in the future. That's my present. So you might not have a badge, Stanley. You might not have a badge, but at least you'll always have the game. So, how is the stream right now? It's pretty good, buddy. At least we got Angeldust for free. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? But I really appreciate, even though you might say, hey, it doesn't make sense if you give away the game for free. It's just my token of appreciation to everyone who like plays the game and explores with me, comes to visit the live stream. Comes to visit the live stream. It's just like the map, awesome. Yeah, everything is awesome. Everything is awesome. Why don't you come? Can you write it? He's CPM. Colombiano, last time you cannot. I'm not a dog. You do not whistle and then I come to you. You can request for me to take a look at your build later on when it's convenient for me, but I'm not going to visit it during this live stream. I'm sorry. I've got other plans. I've got other things to show, which I think are more important. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Let's run and jump. Ready? Not really. I'm not ready to run and jump because I'm sitting on this chair right here. This here chair. I think that Little Legs was here. Hey, Little Legs. Hey, Little Legs. Hearts to you. Let's say hello. And do a dance. I'm the sharpiest.
That was so easy.
That was so easy. At least Little X was able to find out the new control scheme as well. No worries, I will make APKs to you guys. Ruan, don't you dare. I will find you and I will send the policia to your house and they will come drag you out of bed and say, you cannot make APKs of Angeldust. Firefly does that. You are not the APK of Angeldust. Oh, Colombiano's here. Colombiano, send me a PM. Or on forum, I will look at your build later. Mr. Lucas, you rule. Well, I try my best. We don't want APKs, we want APIs. Yeah, I'm sure you do. So Firefly, we need to buy Angeldust? How many times do I have to explain this? If we have it. No. Colombiano, let me know where it is. Coordinates on map. I will walk there. It's I've got a very fast horse. I can walk there. Hey Hum, you can have access to the source code for the meager sum of $9 million. But Dr. Evil, that's more than the entire supply of money in the world. $9 gazillion. This worked before, so let's see if we can make it happen again.
This is great. I never knew what hit him.
Let's see if Hum takes the bait. Baby back. Baby boy. Behave. Ooh, behave. And then he shot on a turtle. I like those movies. They're my jam. It's if I'm feeling sad and you want to cheer me up, just give me some Austin Power quotes all day, baby. Yeah, baby, yeah. It's the best. The best. Okay, so also Austin Powers had a time machine. Because he went back to the 60s or the 70s. Groovy, baby. He really did. the most loyal players hum Spaces Green and more, am I right? Well, I wouldn't call them loyal, but they are here often, yes? Oh, oops, I'm pushing buttons. Don't I'm pushing my button! Henny F is here. Henny F is pretty loyal as well. Hey Lex, nog een keer. I want me, baby back, baby back, baby back.
You line him up, I'll shoot him down.
Maybe we should make a black market to sell golden horses. Yeah, I'm way ahead of you, buddy. I'm next level here. You cannot sell your horses. You cannot give them to other players. So, come on, little legs, shoot it, shoot it. Hey, Henny F. Henny got bit by a snake.
Oh, yeah. Sweet find.
Sweet find.
Lord.
And maybe you should make a golden market to sell black horses.
Awesome. Best loot ever.
Touché. Little legs, pick up some coins as well. You deserve them.
That
Beaucoup
was
d'argent.
so easy.
Pour vous. Did you see that camera just go all the way up there? So let's go into the very close by third person view. I fixed a lot of rendering issues with this view, so it looks pretty sharp now.
There is a great sense of evil here.
There's a great sense of evil here. There's a single frog which will explode like this.
Blessed find.
What a
Anyone
blessed
get any
find.
boo-boos?
That was more like cursedfrog.jpg. Let's keep on going to the east. We're going this way. So stay tuned. Do we want PvP or are we just going to hunt a little bit more? I think we'd better just hunt a little bit more.
Time to do a little hunting.
Time to do a little hunting. Indeed. Firefly, can we get a sneak peek? When is next update? I'm not asking much. You are asking much. But I will be showing some stuff later on in the stream, yes. Can someone crash all the Angeldust servers just spamming photon creatures? Give it your best shot, buddy.
So bored.
Give it your best shot. Come at me, bro. Just asking, no big plans with this information. Why does it not feel that way, Ruan? Why does it not feel that way? It sounds like you're planning a raid. Sounds like you're planning to bring down my entire Angeldust empire, and I don't want you to do that. But see what you can accomplish. I dare you. Let me know if you run into any problems. Oh, let's do a quick roll call and let's also switch visual styles. It's about halfway in the stream, so let's go to the cartoon visual style. Which of course was drawn by Tadang! Spaces Green or Robotic. I say this every stream, almost every 30 minutes. Spaces Green or Robotic did a great job. The graphics design and animation for the cartoon visual style. The 3D visual style was done by Ming Duan Kwang and team. And the music that you hear in the background, the lovely music, was done by Tim van der Beek. If you pronounce his name in Dutch. In English it's Tim van der Beek. Timbeek.com, timbeek.com. Says, oh, I have a new pet peeve. Noobs teleport to me via play together, then claim. You need to change it so that you have to be level over 10 to claim. No, because people are already hating the fact that you need to spend 1000 coins to claim something. If I would make it so that you need to be level 10 to claim, everyone would be up in riots. Because I'll probably be kind of like branding the game as a building game in the future instead of a action RPG, because players say like it's not an RPG. So let's make it more like a building game with RPG elements in there, which it kind of is, of course. So players are kind of like delighted to find all of this RPG stuff in there, and the classes and the beautiful world that you can explore and discover. But let's focus on the building thing, which is kind of like the end game. So if you want to build, you can just build your heart out with this game. You can do that almost quite infinitely. The RPG part, not so much if you found all the creatures like Hum did. Oh no, he's still missing a few. But at least like try to be like that a bit more. But if I brand it, if I sell it as a building game, you don't want to make the building game, the building thing like limited. League of Legends mobile coming in 2020. Okay, sounds good, Peter. My quest HG is being decimated by noob claims. Okay. So maybe you should kind of like start separating your accounts then, so that your game master on which all of the noobs spawn in is not on the hunting grounds. My horse and pet are also gold, man. GG Tonmo. So Firefly, we need to buy Angeldust if we have it. No, Christian. Sorry that I missed your message there.
I'm the fastest draw in the west.
LOL is already in my customized keyboard. What? I think the game was 10 years old now? Or 20 years old? I'm not sure. I also found out, so this is something that I just found out this week, and I'm not sure if it's going to lead to problems or not. Let me know if you're a copyright lawyer or a trademark lawyer. People who are intimately familiar with Angeldust might know that Lieutenant Joseph used to play this game pretty zealously, and he built a wonder that is now called City of Runeterra. But then I found out that Runeterra is actually the name of the world of League of Legends. So how original is that? I'm not sure if that's going to be a problem. It was a name supplied by a player, but it's I'm not sure if I should change the name. Make a claiming area. You have to act like a noob and claim more fast than them. Yeah. I don't know what you think. Yay. What? I have absolutely no idea what is happening here.
This is great! Oh yeah! Sweet find! I knew we could do it!
I'm like Frank and Peter. That's mightily nice of you, Crunchy. You're always nice to me on the stream. I'm talking about streams. It's streaming in rain right now. Right about now.
It sure doesn't look friendly.
There's an owl right behind us. It happened the same with me, hum. I was saving my coins in my main account, but someone teleported me and started to watch waste my money and claim like crazy. What? Someone else cannot spend your money, sir. Or can they?
As long as we stop for treasure.
Liana is left. I think Liana wants to show us something on stream, but apparently she's already gone. Is this a real wolf? Is this an actual wolf? A real life wolf. Yeah, let's get it. Pew 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 pew. Fire the missiles. But I am little tired. Then take a nap, then fire the missiles.
Soon I will be.
Anyone want to hear a cool story? Like the shaving story of last week? Creatures don't spawn on claimed areas. Claimed defeats the whole person of hunting grounds. Yeah, that's I understand what you were saying. Gee. Tell the story. So this afternoon I was in the forest, like a nearby forest. Sorry I'm late. Hey Angelio. Hi Angelio. Angeldust. I was in the forest and I was just walking around minding my own business. And then I saw mushrooms. Mushroom. And then I started looking more closely and I saw lots of mushrooms. There were mushrooms everywhere. Red mushrooms, cream-colored mushrooms, brown mushrooms, it was yellow mushrooms, pink mushrooms. There were mushrooms everywhere. I know, hum. I was just reciting everything that was on the stream chat. Sometimes I'm just stuck in that kind of like place. So there's some mushrooms in the game as well. As you can see, these are cream-colored or beige. It's a beige one, but it's like the mushrooms were funny. There were nice mushrooms in the forest. So that's the story. It's about as exciting as the didn't shave story last week. But there we go. Obi says PvP. Nah, man. Now we'll just hunt for a moment and no PvP today. After this hunt, I'll start showing some other things. I'm talking about other things. Just need to reload and I'm ready to go. Saturdays are better with you. Thank you, Crunchy. That means a lot to
See
me.
them dodge my attack. If you're looking for a sharpshooter, I'm the sharpest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you had said it like 5 minutes earlier, Obi, we might have done PvP. Are we going to visit a new city on the stream? Oh, whoops. And Julio already did. We went to Rob 12's new Mirandan. It was amazing. See beginning of stream. Is it just me? Is it just me, or the mage look like Blue Diamond from Steven Universe? I have no idea what those words mean. I have no idea what any of that means. I do know, it's just me. Quest like collecting mushrooms would be cool. I thought you forgot it and wanted me to remind you. Oh yeah, thanks Obi, in that case, thanks. But it's by, what is the time? The title Time Machine on your video of the stream. I'm confused. And Julio, watch the stream in 10 minutes. I'll explain.
As long as we stop for treasure.
Good question, Angelio. Good question. Still though, where's my horse? It's on top of this mountain. Can you please get down? Get down! I've got another cool story for you. So today I went to the forest and I saw mushrooms. Yesterday I didn't go to the forest, I went to the movies and I went to see a John Rambo in Rambo Last Blood. It was a movie in the cinema. It was a pretty fun movie. At least I enjoyed myself. It was pretty gruesome and it was pretty nasty, but it was I had a good time. Firefly, al barrio los estamos construyendo todo y mi Armando y yo. El envía y constructe la maravillas. Oh yeah, so you build a wonder with 2 people. Well, the label wonder is only applied to it when I place it on it, so the label will take a few more moments. Es posible, Dios ambas un dragon si me sé. No posible. Ahora, maybe later. No posible ahora. This is not Spanish, but I try my best. Soon I will be invincible. Después.
I knew we could do it.
¿Cómo estás?
See if you can dodge this.
Hello. I'm at a place called ¿Dónde estás? Yeah, so many golden horses. Everyone is just collecting all of this golden creature stuff. Everyone wants golden creatures. And Crunchy is giving out candy this month. That's nice. That's nice of you. You saw mushrooms and you ate them. Entonces es solo el construye. Sí. Sí. Ahora. Oh, also don't forget about my block-related question. It's about the girders. Okay, so let's hear it later on, Obi. I will have lots of time to talk with you about it once I start showing off screenshots and stuff. Golden horses will be Angeldust's new currency in the future. It very well might be. If you were able to sell them at least. Badger, mushroom. And now I see why there is pink horses, because we all have golden horses. Yeah. I would like to demo it in game.
Just need to reload and I'm ready.
Yeah, then we need to do it in 5 minutes, Obi. And the answer is probably not. So this is like expectation management. The answer is going to be probably not, or like really not. There's probably not going to be many changes to the building engine or to the building geometry anymore, because I kind of want 3.5, this version that we're playing right now, to be the final version for the moment. Next week I will flip my fenders. That kind of sounds a little bit offensive, French. It's much easier to show than describe in text. Votes Obi to test all future demos 0 of 1. What? Votes 1-1. Okay, he won. What? Obi to test all future demos? What? Do you have a place we can visit that will not get griefed, Obi? Do I need to take you to my house, or do I need to take you to one of my claimed areas or lands?
Fine, bring on the hard stuff.
And bring on the hard stuff.
Alley-oop.
Keep on going to the west. So 3 minutes till the hunt. To the hunt. 3 minutes to the hunt. Firefly, how do you know all these lyrics to these songs? I don't know, man. I just know them.
Let's see them.
This
dodge
rabbit
my
healer
attack.
is very useful. Yeah, it sounds useful. I'm gonna flip my fenders. Ruan, do you mean game versions? So Ruan wants Obi to test all of the new game versions. I bet Obi would want that as well. I wouldn't fight off playtesting future updates.
Sweet haul.
I will have something to test soonish. I want people to start testing the new render engine. I need to know where it runs, how well it runs. I need to know if there's problems with it, so we need to start debugging that as soon as possible. My English is dying. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ruan. I'd love it. I'm sure many others would too. Finally in vacation, I should be able to advance in Seneboy. Hey, that sounds good, Angelio. Seneboy is Angelio's kind of wonder build that he's working on at the moment. Obi, get ready on time. You don't need to enter the game just yet, but we're going to look for an end boss here. Trying to wrap things up, looking for end boss. Looking for stream end boss. We'll talk about other things then. But these scorpions are end boss. Or end spot. When will we see the time machine? In a few moments, sir. Just step in your time machine, set it to in about 5 minutes.
Awesome! Best loot ever!
And then we'll have the time machine. All your answers will become answered. Your answers will become answered. This is my English. Angelio, are you Francais, or how do you say that?
Oh, bored.
Okay, so let's find one more end boss. Let's find one more end boss for the stream. Hi Zoe. We enjoy candy. You know that we've also got this saxophone player in the Netherlands in Dutch. She's called Candy Dolfer. You've probably heard of her sometime, somewhere, someplace. She's like this world famous saxophone player. She played with a lot of world famous music stars. And Shadow says, I don't enjoy candy. Well, that's too bad then, sir and madam. Because Candy is a pretty likable person. I don't like candy. Actually, I'm French and American. French Canada is the best Canada.
Time to do a little hunting.
Okay, more scorpions, more scorpions, more scorps. Get them. And boss battle right here, right now. This is going to be it. We've got Loki the Whiffle with us, so prepare everything. Hey Loki. Hey Lucy. Lucy is here with the donator badge. Looking good, Lucy. It's a complete slaughterhouse over here. Everything's just getting killed. Dragon some more creatures. Bellio, get this crocodile in here.
It's pretty boring just standing here.
Firefly, any major updates in the future? Yes, Tonmo. When? What? Yeah, those questions are for a later date. Maybe even in 5 minutes. Quincy is present. It looks like everyone is just getting in here. We can't stop now. Don't stop me now. Firefly, have you watched Best Zangers last time? I don't even know what Best Zangers is. What is it? What is it? What is it? I don't know what it is. Anyone can fill me in? Dust, thanks. Once this, I already started building something really nice. If I keep my speed next week, I will be done. Seriously? TV show in the Netherlands. I don't watch much TV. I don't watch much TV. Like none at all.
Did anyone get any boo-boos?
It's kind of like the voice of the Netherlands. I don't watch any TV shows of that kind. I think it's a waste of my time. Waste of my talent.
Ready for this?
It's all like, so you think you can sing and the best dancers everywhere. I hope everyone enjoys it, but it's not for me, these things.
Oh yeah! Sweet find! They never knew what hit them.
Hey Ruan, is the other build, is the other city ready to be a wonder yet? Because I think it's like entirely wonder-worthy building-wise. Just send me the coordinates and I will add it to the wonders list so people can actually visit it. I'm a little bit backlogged with the wonders. Maybe I'll take one day off this week to work on the wonders. Add a few more, like add the 4 or 5 wonders that I've got lined up. Like Mobius's Violet Castle, Escurel's Castle, which is in the trailer. Maybe some other builds. Monique, if you're watching this, or if someone else is watching Monique, if Monique wants any of her builds to be a wonder, let me know. I know she probably doesn't want them to be because then players will see them and visit them. So I can understand that she doesn't want that, but it's like, if anyone got any wonders that they want to add. Yes, Obi, you can send coordinates as well for Eclixie if you think it's in a finished kind of shape or form already. I will want to feature it in the trailer, in the new trailer as well, so there will definitely be parts. For instance, the forest looks great. I really want to show that off on the new trailer already. Alessia is ready. I'm just too lazy to get the coordinates. Hey everyone! So that's the problem that I run into, so that's why I want you to send me the coordinates so I don't have to go fetch the coordinates. I can do it, but it takes a lot of time. And I don't know the build that well, so I might just like not see the entirety of the build. So if you can send them, that would be great. I can understand what you don't want to, but as long as you don't send them, I can't add the wonder. So. And Monique doesn't want the badge. Okay, you can hide the badge now, so that's a pretty cool new thing. Yeah, he says it's not completely done yet, but it's pretty much finished. It's you're working hard on it. So it's cool. I understand. But the Arctic Vorotka, something like that. The Arctic Vorotka, the Arctic Gate is in there as well. There will be a new trailer. Yes, there will be a new trailer. Playing live with you at school, made 10 of gold, 5 materials. That's the bin of being noob. Hey Loki, Loki, I'm glad you're here. You're here. Sub plus like if you can.
They never knew what hit them. I could be out treasure hunting right now. Taste the
So Loki, thanks. If you can like and sub,
never knew what hit them.
be cool.
Take 'em out.
And tell your friends.
They never saw it coming.
They never saw it coming. I think Vorotka, I think there's definitely an ass in there. Yeah. This is Obi I'm talking to.
Taste the sting.
I thought the last creature was the end boss. Yes, it was. It was. But just one more. We need an end boss. Everyone, please send me coordinates, or at least a coordinate of a starting point, so I will map it out for you. I'm not sure why I'm doing this, because I think I better spend my hours and my time on finishing the game and getting it released. But if you want me to spend my time on getting coordinates for your build, that's entirely cool with me.
We could do it.
It's like Artisk Vorotka, I'm not sure. We can check it later, Obi. Hey Obi, hey Christian, Jacob, Christian, welcome. We can spawn one if we want to find a good boss. Now we'll just find one in the forest. There's probably a troll over here somewhere. But we've got this many players just on the stream right now. We can't stop now. But I also have lots of things to talk about, so we'll do that after this. Yes, Obi, I think you can help with the coordinates if you. Yeah, it was because you're on YouTube, Christian.
Best loot
if you can make sure we get to, like the westernmost point, the eastmost point, northmost and southmost point, I can add those in the wonders table, and I will add a 4 claim border around it or so.
There's sure to be some tough monsters in this place.
There's sure to be some tough monsters in this place. It just makes it much easier for me to do that.
This is great. Bring on
Angeldust, last week you created one of the most underrated games ever. Don't know why not everyone is playing. Cool stuff. We'll promote it. Thanks, Loki. Thanks, Loki. Pretty soon we'll have many players join when we release on Steam. And I'm really looking forward to that moment. I've been saying this for years now, but it's like the game is in the best shape it's ever been. There's lots of social stuff in here that's been added since early access. There's lots of things to do, lots of new building possibilities. I think the game is like pretty much fleshed out in its base. I can't make like really big improvements on my own, going from here without it taking up lots of time. So hopefully we'll strike commercial gold, or at least have lots of players start playing the game, and we'll have some money, and then we can see if we can expand the team and start working on this a little bit more seriously. If not, that's cool as well. We'll just see what happens. It's my dream come true, literally. This was my this is like a dream ever since I was a small child, of making a game like this. It's completely insane that I'm playing with players from all over the world in my own game world, my own game. I've built everything up from scratch, so there's not a single thing here that I can't tell you the exact details about. What's going to the GPU and what's going to the CPU, or on your network card, or on your Wi-Fi connection. It's just I never realize this while I'm streaming, because I'm just having fun playing the game and talking and answering your questions. But ultimately it's pretty cool that I was able to build this myself, and that we're just playing this with people from all over the world in a new world, kind of, that we can shape and form every week by building things and doing the things that we do. It's a great feeling. So Shadow is the nerd. Shadow Virgo is the nerd. Okay. Yes, he is. Okay. Maybe we'll find a Yeti over here in this thing. Okay, so Nimbosses and bosses. Here we go. Nimbos and boss. Nimbos and boss. The name is almost the same, so we'll get these Nimbosses. We need a few scouts in here, stat. The truth is, when Firefly goes to sleep, he talks to chat in his head before sleep. Yeah, I always need a few hours to wind down after the stream. It really takes a lot of energy and a lot of focus to do this live streaming thing. At least it does for me. I try to make it like high energy, high intensity. I like to reply to all of the comments and all of the questions that people have been asking. Of course, also like to play the game as well as I can. Of course, during PvP I really shine. I always have new things to talk about, new developments with the game, new features, new engine things. Like last week we did a long stream with lots of new engine things that I could show off. Yeah, it's just a pretty good time, but it costs a lot of energy and mental focus. So I need to unwind a little bit after each stream, but it's well worth it. It gives me a good feeling. Sometimes when I stop streaming, I just immediately start watching my own stream afterwards. And this might sound crazy, but it actually helps me like wind down. I'm just reviewing all of the jokes that we had and all the fun moments that we had. Kind of like the stories that I told, the stories that you shared with me. It's just an amazing experience, just watching the stream as a viewer instead of being like the streamer. There's one more over here, the level 6. And the Crunchy says thank you for live streaming, it makes us happy. I'm glad it does. Okay, here we go, boom. Let's do it, yeah, let's do it. Is there one more? Oh, there's a mammoth over here, so mammoth and boss, here we go, we need this one as well. There's no stopping us. There's no stopping me. It's good that I have my rabbit. Okay, Angelio, I hope you enjoyed the rabbit. Igoro is here. Arigato. Gozaimasu. Ganbatte. Oh, this can't be happening. It is happening though. And stop calling me Shirley. Little Legs, it's a pleasure and an honor to stand next to you shooting this mammoth. It's I wouldn't have it any other way. So for everyone wondering what game we're playing Angeldust, as you can tell by the scroll bar below my face. It's a game that I made for PC, Mac, iPad, iPhone, Android tablets and phones, and Linux. It runs pretty much everywhere on any device that you've got, and you can play with people from all over the world, as we're doing right now. And right now we're shooting a mammoth. We're trying to get some points over here. And let's see, there we go, it's almost done. Afterwards we'll visit another build by Obi, trying to talk about a building feature that he wants to request. Okay, GG all. GG all. Let's go to Obi and talk about building. Thanks for hunting and playing. Let's visit Obi now. And then I'll have a cool talk on stream. So follow me. So let's see Obi. Oh, there's another mammoth over there if you want it. But I'm going to Obi. Here we go. We've got a big character on screen, which is Obi. Yeah, you were at the top. So also everyone, Obi, take a good look at the build. At this moment, take a good look at this this build. Okay, Obi. Yeah, here we go. So explain it. I'm going to use my goggles here. We've got this counting machine over there. First off. I don't have a lot of time, Obi. don't start. This isn't the thing I wanted to talk about. Okay, but I forgot last time. I think we kissed it. I forgot. If I press the injector. With the ball, will the ball go in the water? No. No. It gets stuck. It will get stuck on the water. It will sit there indefinitely. Fixable? Yes, fixable, I think. Do it. Oh, Little Legs is standing between the balls. I'm not sure if this is going to work. Don't tell me that this is the time machine. This is the time machine. Oh, like that. It's getting stuck there, so it doesn't get in the water. I see what you mean. I thought it would get stuck here, like over here, instead of over there. Okay, now the thing. Okay, Obi, yeah. Go. Yeah. Go. Someone activated the counting machine. There we go. Alex here just standing here. No, Obi first. Notice the gap in between the pillars. Yes. Yes. I see this one. It's logical that they should also have a gap in between. What? Well, do it. Yeah, kinda, but no. They just look if there's stuff around them. I say they should. No. No. It's that's what you think. That's what you think, but it doesn't. There are reasons beyond my comprehension. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but it's complicated. I'll take a look. Yeah, it's not easy to say. It's to make sure that there are no gaps in what you build and that it's all logical. Do it in voice so you can explain it. Yeah, I can understand that you're like this, but the engine doesn't really discern between this girder that's horizontal and the other one. So it's like, is there a column below me? Yeah, I'll make a thing like this. I've asked many other builders and they all agree. Yeah, of course everyone agrees, but it's not possible. I think you get holes in the geometry if you make it like that. I can think about it, I can take a look. Maybe there's a way to make this work, but it's... maybe it's just easy, maybe it's easy to do, but it's this way because it's this way, basically. It's probably not going to change. If I can make it better, if I can make it change... Koji said it's okay until it doesn't matter, old buildings. Yeah, but that's what, of course, people now have been building things using this technique, and I can't assure it will. I got to go see Loki. Now that's in the game this way, people will want to use it this way, and I'm not sure if you can make sure that nothing changes. It would be much better. I'm not sure. Much more designs. Hello Firefly, Murillo. So yeah, jump 8. Ah, hey. Hola, Murillo. Hablo español un poco. ¿Cómo estás? Soy Firefly, soy holandés. Hablo español un poco. Obi, I'll think on this. Alex, I am interested. Alex, you get 1 minute. Obi, send me a PM to remind me. Alex, you get 1 minute. What do we need to do? Where do I need to go? Do I need to teleport towards you? I'm not sure if it will mess up other. What? No stop? Yeah, your minute is already gone, Alex. You've got 30 seconds. Dude, make it fast. I had it. No. Don't do that. 10 seconds.
There's only so much target practice I can do from this one vantage point.
Send me a video or pic, Alex. It disappears. Send me a video or a pic and I'll take care of it. Don't know what happens. Let the legs, bedankt voor het meespelen. Hey all, thanks for watching and playing. I'll have some cool stuff to show and say on stream now. So go to YouTube or Twitch and have fun. Okay, I'm back next week on Saturday. So I will see you next week. I will always hear you out, Obi. Send me a PM or a message or an email or a screenshot or whatever to remind me, and I will take a look. It would mean that I have to release a 3.6 update, which I'm not a big fan of, but it is what it is. If you think it's like the best for the game, I will take a look if it's doable. Alright, so thanks for playing, everyone. Bye and thank you for playing, and I will sign out right now, right here. And go to options and quit. So don't worry, the stream is not over yet, but I will be going to the desktop cam here and we'll be taking a look at some other stuff for now. So the stream is called Time Machine. Now you might wonder why it's called Time Machine, which is a good question. We'll take a look at that a little bit later, but I've got this image, this first image that I want to show. And I also want to show you that I finally mastered Windows 10. So people were always laughing at me because I wasn't able to get this picture to show up full screen, but I found a button. It's not in the left top corner of the screen like you'd expect on macOS. It's not on the right top corner of the screen like you'd expect in Windows, but it's on the right bottom of the screen. There's a full screen button. Don't ask me why, but apparently the people at Microsoft think this is intuitive or this is like useful, but the full screen button is in the right bottom corner of the screen where you don't see it. So then you can finally make your images full screen on Windows 10. My arm disappeared. Okay, that's always good to know. Is it still here? Can you see both of my arms right now? I hope so. So this is the social media image that I posted for today. So as you can see, the entire village, all of the building plots have been replaced with wood chips. When I pointed, yeah, so the end of my, that's not in the camera view, I understand what you're saying. So this is the wood chips. It's new, it kind of adds a little bit of a touch of color and a little bit of warmth to the village. It was kind of cold with the gravel, the light gray material earlier, so I thought this was a good addition. I previewed this on a few streams earlier, like 2 weeks ago or so, and people said like, yeah, go for it. And as you can see, they're completely flush with the pavement, so there's no height difference there anymore. If you place a block on this stuff, you can now actually climb on the block instead of getting stuck in the gravel. So I'm a big fan of this change, and this is probably going to stay. Where's the button in the bottom right? Yeah, you probably don't see it on the stream, but there's a button on the bottom right for full screening this. And Hum says, I replaced my wood chips back to gravel. Good job there, sir. So if you didn't replace the gravel in your build, it will be automatically replaced with wood chips. So there we go. Crunchy, we'll see you later. So this is the social media image for today. Not very exciting, but it is a change in this version. It's one of the most visible changes. The crosshair changes, of course, and the building tool ranges as well. The visual style chooser, which is new. So everyone says, back, what happened? Nothing much, man. We finished the hunt. We visited Obi for a short talk on the building mechanics. The full screen button is bottom right almost everywhere, even on YouTube. No, it's not. It's completely insane. This is like completely insane having a button on the bottom right. It's no. And none of my window managers, none of my applications have a button on the bottom right. No. Anyway, let's close up this thing and throw it in the trash because we're just about done talking about that thing. We're going on to a demo of a new build of the game, and I hastily threw this together, so don't expect the world of this. This is proof of concept. This is building on the special build, the new render engine that I showed last week. Last week I showed you some effects like the dynamic lighting, the dynamic shadowing per pixel lighting in the character models, which look good. Specular lighting in the world, so if light from the sun would reflect on surfaces, they would get lighter in real time, so you would actually see the sun move along a surface if you moved along it. I said I hope I can implement something cool this week. I managed to do it. It's not as simple, of course, as checking a checkbox in a different game engine, but I kind of got what I wanted. It's not polished, it's not perfect just yet. It makes the game run literally twice as slow because I didn't do any optimizations, and due to the effect that I'm about to show, and due to the nature of the programming that I used for it, it's literally twice as slow. So the game does everything that you see is like computed twice. It doesn't have to do that because, of course, you still see the same thing. But it's just, if I didn't do it that way, I wouldn't be able to show a demo today. So we're going to show this off. You could have imported some major builds into the new build so you can show off how builds would look. Why? So I'm going to fire this up, and we're going to go to the standalone game mode. And as you can see, the shadows in the background have changed. So we now have real-time shadows in the game. At least in this demonstrational build that I'm using. Note that some of the things don't work still, so the lighting of the blocks don't give off light just yet. So as you can see, the lanterns in the back there, they are actually affected by shadow over here in the top right. So that's not what we want, but hey, this is all work in progress. So all of the lighting effects from last week are still in here, but now we've got dynamic shadows. Alex says, holy vodka. So we're going to build alone, and as you can see, the sun of course changes position once I press the button. And here we are. So as you can see, the trees now actually cast tree shadows like this. So let's go through third person view, and let's also use the 3D visual style because it just makes everything look a little bit more realistic this way. So you can actually see the trees, and the shadow is actually moving in real time, as you can see. And Alex says, oh, you did it, finally. Yes, of course. What did you expect? Always put your money on Firefly. Always put your money on this. If I open up the UI, it casts a shadow into the world as well. So as you can see, these are the tree leaves which are now actually on the ground. You can even see the patches of light through here. If I walk through this, as you can see, my character is actually shadowed by this. My dude itself is actually casting a shadow to the right. As you can see, all of the dust clouds are actually casting a shadow as well. If I jump up, you will actually see the shadow move up. The shadows in the background are a little bit difficult. So like I said, this is all work in progress. I'm working on this. So No way, no way. Yes, this is Norway. There's a skylight here in these village walls, which is new, and as you can see, the light is actually shining through this on this wall over here. So there's a little bit of anti-aliasing going on in the shadow. There are ways to improve this, but this is, as you can see, the light is actually falling in from this. It's on top of the stairs here as well, so you can actually see the specular reflection of the light just coming back over here, but the top of the stairs is lit. And as you can see, if we walk on this edge of this of the village wall, you will actually see the shadow of the builder somewhere. Let's see if we can get it to show up here. Oh, the shadow is over there to the right, as you can see. So the sun's angle is a little bit off compared to what I wanted to. But as you can see, the stones, they are glowing because there's a specular light from the sun coming in. And slow claps, you are awesome. Did you already add real colored glass? No, not really. It's pretty early. Yeah, this is actually hacked together in 2 hours. So on Sunday evening I had a bit of time off and I hacked this together. And I was like, I need to release 3.5 now, so I don't have any more time to do this. So Sunday evening last week I had this work up and running and I was like, this is good enough to show on the stream. As you can see, the light is just falling through the trees. One thing that I noticed though is that the sun angle, and I talked about this with Desert Fish already, and I will discuss it with Spaces Green or Robotic as well. The sun's angle is a little bit too low. You'd expect the sun to be a little bit higher in the sky so that you have a little bit less shadow in here. It's kind of like too dark right now, so I will probably tweak the aesthetics of this a little bit, but it's pretty good. Christian says, bye Firefly, gotta go. Now Angeldust is gonna have dynamic shadows, yeah, it will have, and we've got the specular light, so like this. And it's not perfect, there's a few aliasing problems left and right. There's no support for shadows in the distant game world just yet. It's kind of like it's a little bit buggy. But most of the things are working. As you can see, this butterfly is actually casting a shadow. Yeah, there's so much stuff to show you. If I just walk around, for instance, you can actually see these trees casting shadows. There's no double shadows anymore. If I start climbing the tree like this, let's just get up here. Builder, please. You will actually see the dude hanging up there in the distance if I jump off. You couldn't see it that well, but let's get up on this this lantern. Here we go. Up on this. Oops. Yeah, there's another tree in the way. Okay, great job, Firefly. Great demo, great demo. But as you can see, it's pretty much physically correct what you're seeing right here. So this is actually using shadow mapping, so the entire geometry, everything that you see is actually in the shadows. So you can see all of the individual tree leaves, all of the stuff is looking pretty good. Obi says, how about blue light for Synergy? I think this would be a good time to do stuff like that. Let's get first things working and up to a point where I think this new engine can replace the old one. So, are our players making shadow in first person? No, not really. Not at this moment, Alex. Because the sprite doesn't get rendered, so you do get your blocks. Your blocks make shadow though. So if I have a block like this, you can actually see the block. This is my block floating in the space. Do you see it? This is the shadow of my block, and you can also see the shadow of the selector in the world. So that's pretty cool. And Shadow says, I think I just saw my house on the stream. Could very well be. So like this, like this. And of course this is real time, so the cool demo is like this. I can just place my dude somewhere. Let's place him in the village. Like if you see, if parts of the world are not rendered behind me, they will not cast a shadow. So if I turn my camera around, you will actually see that the shadow appears and disappears. These are things that I need to fix, but the basic effect and the basic technique, the basic render engine support is here. So that's pretty cool. This just works. It's really cool. Looking at your legs and having shadow in first person would definitely be amazing. Yeah, maybe in the future. There's some artifacts over here. As you can see, these are very long shadows. This is like 2 long shadows, actually. So if you can look at your legs, it must be a good game. Yeah, maybe. So if I go into cinematic mode, you'll immediately see just the sun warping around. And yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty cool to see. It looks like an underwater effect, kind of. But as you can see, my user interface is actually casting shadow on this. So it's not going to be perfect, but at least you will be able to see the shadows just changing direction like this. Do you see this? This is like an epic demo. And it's all real time. It's just calculated on the GPU. As you can see, the game still runs in about 50 frames per second or 60, maybe even during this demo. And you can see the sun just moving around, and all of the detail, everything is cast on the ground. And the really cool thing about this is that it of course runs on Linux and on Mac OS and on Windows. I'll need to put in some more time to get this working on Android devices. On iOS it's probably entirely possible, but my first focus is now on getting this to work on all of the Steam platforms, so the desktop versions, and releasing that. After that we can work on the iOS. Just check it out, just these long shadows on this village wall. It's completely insane, just having these long shadows look like this. So this is awesome. Yeah, this is a pretty cool effect. So this is something that I really want to add to the game. Now I can measure time using a stick, like in the olden time. Yes, indeed. Obi says, well done, Firefly. What will be the next big thing after you will put everything about light and shadow? I'm not sure just yet, Angelio. I want to get this graphics engine up to scratch. So having the actual lighting in there as well for all of the things. Then tweaking all of the materials. This will take quite some time, but getting the engine ready first is the first major step. Just making these shadow maps more efficient and getting everything in place so that you don't see all of these artifacts. But it's a cool effect. This is what I want to add. I want to get the game looking kind of like the current game first, and then we'll see. I'll probably tweak the sun angles in this version, not in the old one, because we want the lower angles there. Obi says, I really love the real-time light changes. Yeah, it's true. It's yeah, this is like very, very cool to see happening in real time. Maybe if I place my camera on top of this tree, it might be even cooler. So like this, and just watch the angle change. So I'm not sure if I can demo this because the menu will be in the way, but you should probably see the shadows. Yeah, take a look on the left side of the screen. Do you see this? This is the photon. I haven't even demoed this. I haven't even come up with this demo. I hadn't even come up with this demo on my own. But look at this photon machine on the left side of the screen, right behind my face. It's just casting this cool shadow. Can you actually make sun clocks now? You can probably already do that because the sun is already like this in the current game. It's just a little bit different. But you see the shadows just moving around the entire circle, which is a very cool effect. So that's a good demo, I think. That's a good demo. I also combined it with the specular light and the diffuse light. So if you have something that is like this, if the sun is just shining through the shadows, you will actually still see the specular light on the parts that are not in the shadow. Eric says sundials. Yeah, you could probably very well make those. And take a look at this lighting effect. Woo! Just the light bouncing off of this surface. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. This also works, of course, with the other sprites. So if I were to place a creature, for instance, over here, we demoed this last week, kind of. So this is a Moa. Check out the awesome long shadow that this Moa is casting. You will now actually see the shadow actually include the head and all of the animation. So let's see if we can get another creature in here. Which one did I show last week? So let's get a scorpion in here as well. Boom, there we go. So you can actually see the scorpion tail and everything. And this of course works with all of the shadow angles as well. So that's pretty cool. Creatures will now also self-shadow, so you'll probably see, let me go into the third-person view for a moment here. You'll probably see this the neck of the Moa cast a shadow on its back. But maybe we need to go a little bit lower like this. Let's see, 3 o'clock in the morning. Let's get a long shadow going here. Do we see it in this angle? Yeah, kind of. You can kind of see that this is supposed to be the neck. Maybe at 4 o'clock it's a little bit... So you can actually kind of see that it wants the neck to throw a shadow on the creature itself as well. This is just madness. Now, it's not just madness. This is what it is. It's literally 1 week of effort of getting Angeldust into the next phase of its development. So, why do they still have the circular shadows under them? Because I hacked in the shadows and I did literally nothing else. This is like bam, slap it in there, boom, compile it. This is good to go. We're going to demonstrate this on the live stream next week. I need to wrap up 3.5. I need to get that released. So that's pretty cool. Alex, again, I'm not sure if my sarcasm detector is picking this up correctly. If you're actually genuinely surprised, that's very cool. If you're actually really happy that this is coming to the game, great. The shadow resolution itself is these are 1K shadow maps, and I need to tweak this a lot. I need to look at like what kind of resolution we need. There needs to be a little bit of blur on there for a little bit softer shadow. But this is the first that I can the first version that I've got. So I think it looks pretty good. Also with building, of course, this like it doesn't matter what kind of block that you place. Do you see the selector shadow? We probably don't want that in the final version. But if you play transparent blocks, as you can see, you can now see this wave of this hedge. It's just physically correct, which is much better than the old shadows. Same with this block. I don't think I've got. I do have glass, so let's place some glass on top of it. And you will see that glass casts a shadow, but it's like lighter. So you can really see kind of the material shining through this, which is pretty cool. The clumps that fall off of the blocks make shadows as well, like that. It's pretty good. Maybe settings for shadows. Yeah, I will see what happens, Alex. I kind of want to be the game to be set it and forget it, but it's I need to tweak this and see where it takes me. So take a look at the shadow of these grates. That's pretty cool. So you actually see kind of this grating effect in here. Boop, boop, boop. Let's get those gone. And if you're just standing in the world, you might think like, what happens then? So you actually see the shadows just moving around like this. It's pretty cool to see. You see the tree leaves dancing around. This works great for builds as well, but I don't want to go into the online mode to show this off. I can show it off during a replay. Maybe that's kind of like fun to do. Let's take a replay of a few weeks ago. So this is the replay from 5th of October. Watch replay. Here we go. So as you can see, it actually works in the game as well. So this is right at my house, kind of at the afternoonish. And you can see some artifacting here, or at least some aliasing on my horse. But other than that, it's kind of like realistic lighting. You can see the shadow. Let's see if we can get a cinematic mode going here, which makes the shadows a little bit more uniform. So I think Mason is flying around on a dragon. Let's see if we can get his shadow covered. So he's kind of behind the trees over there. Do you see the shadow, the shadow of the dragon? Do you see it, Clarice? Do you see it? Just how amazing this looks. Do you see the shadow of the dragon? There on the ground. It's pretty good, eh? It's pretty good. So you can see all of the things, just everything that you see in the world is just casting a shadow now and receiving a shadow, which makes things look more realistic. For instance, this tower over here and just the dragon. It's kind of a madhouse, but it's pretty good. I like the sight. I like the sight of the new shading. The CPU explodes. No, it doesn't. It's all like this. Even runs on my MacBook. So my MacBook can't run PostFX, but my MacBook runs this in real time. So it does the shadowing without a problem. I think the shadowing is. If I optimize it a little bit more, I think it's possible to do this even on low-end computers. So everything is jelly, yes indeed. The way ahead is that's how it goes. I mean, it is Angeldust after all. I mean, not everything is going to be fixed. But I think this looks pretty good. So everything, for instance, the horse's shadow is pretty cool as well. And it's unfortunate that I don't really have in the... no time to sometimes while testing, I do have this this thing where I can teleport randomly. I can't do it in this version. Maybe I can show you it like this, if I go up on this village the wall right now. Yeah, do you see the builder's shadow? Kind of like to the left of the center, you see him walking. You see just your shadow is cast way, like way in the distance. And if you're in the desert riding on your horse and you're riding on this mountain ridge, you can even see your shadow being cast all across the desert, and it's pretty cool. Just seeing your shadow over there, it's realistic. Can we test this in build alone? I am testing it in build alone, but this version is not publicly available, so that's probably going to be a problem. Also, the holo scroll is casting a shadow like this, so I'm not sure if this is going to remain this way. I'm not sure if, for instance, if sprites are going to cast shadows forever. I'm not sure what the performance penalty for this is, but it's right now in my build, as you can see, it's running perfectly smooth. So 80 shadows on my phone, that's too much power. No, this is actually running, if I optimize this and if I work out all of the kinks, it's faster than the current version of the game, because the CPU doesn't have to do as much work. It's all lifted over to the GPU. But just take a look at this photon platform. You can see the star shadow bounce up and down, and you can see just the shadow of the platform going here. You can scare people when you walk behind them with your shadow. Yes, that's very cool. And Alex says, a serious question, do you want more testers? I could test it, my PC can run it well. Yeah, I want to be able to test this build later on, once it's in a good shape, once I've got some effects working. I want to get a testing build of this out in the wild, so we can see where the problems are, where the problems lie. We need testers on macOS, on Linux and on Windows, so just the entirety of the player base can help in testing this. and it will be compatible with the current game, so we can fix all of the big problems that we run into. So, but right now it's just like this is a very alpha version. Once we start reaching beta state, I will start looking for testers. Then we can iron out all of the kinks. For instance, I've already got one Windows PC, which is an old one with an ATI graphics card, which is giving me problems. Oh, do you see this? I can cast a shadow on the MOA just by jumping up. We can also, of course, make a shadow on the MOA by placing blocks. Let's see if we can get a shadow on the MOA going here. Shadow on the MOA. Do you see this? I'm actually casting a shadow. My builder is casting a shadow on the MOA. So, yeah. You can all say that Unreal is a good game engine and that Unity is the best game engine. But if we can get this working, I think the Angeldust game engine is the most dynamic, flexible voxel engine out there right out of the box. And it runs pretty much everywhere, as you already know. So, this is pretty cool. I can up this with my needs replacement laptop, because creatures are server-side. Hey, it's all good and well. Do you see this awesome shadow of the scorpion? I do see it. Just its tail and everything. Hi, my name is Tail. So looking forward to getting this like in a little bit better shape, and then start to test it with everyone. For 1 week of effort, I think this shows a lot of promise. I had to spend some time getting 3.5 out of the door. Oh yeah, the translations are updated everywhere, so all of the translations are now up to par, which is good. And there's more things that I forgot about. But anyway, this is what I wanted to show you with the new version of the game. I'm calling this Angeldust 4.0 for now. So 3.5 will always remain available. That will be the old render engine version, which will be the legacy version, the 3.x series. And there will be a new 4.0, 4.x series, which will have the new renderer and which will run on Windows, Mac and Linux on newer systems. So legacy support is always there, and you will always be able to play with Android players and iOS players that way. Even if you've got Windows XP without any graphics drivers, 3.5 still supports that, so OpenGL 1.1. But to get the game kind of like in more serious gaming territory for Steam, there will probably be a 4.0 release, which will look kind of like this, or with effects like these. If I don't get this working in time, we'll probably release 3.5 or 3.6, whatever it is, on Steam by that time, so that will be the official release version. I'm really hoping I can get this up to speed and working well in a short amount of time, but it's going to be completely insane, and I do want to release this year. I don't want to keep anyone waiting any longer, so I really want this out of the door. But I hope I hope I succeed in getting this working, so there we go. What? Dynamic lighting from lava lamps and more artificial light sources. Probably not going to happen initially, Alex. That will you probably only have shadows from the sunlight, and once you're near artificial light, it will just fade out the shadows, and it will just lighten up the materials, but it won't be shadow casting. So this is the first step to getting like a better view. I'm probably going to be focusing on like improving the overworld graphics first, so don't expect like very good reflections inside of buildings just yet, but the outside game world will look spectacular. So there we go. Obi, more like show off update changes on Steam. What? Don't build at all? What? There are blocks available, people. There are blocks available. You can even build a Angeldust flag like this with a long shadow. You can actually see it animate in the shadow as well. So there we go. Anyway, this is it for this demo. Let's get out of this version. So I hope you enjoyed that part of the thing. So this is the time machine. This is like looking into the future, and I think it looks spectacular. I think it looks really great, and I'm really looking forward to getting something like this out there. I think the engine visuals can then actually compete with the likes of Unreal, combined with reflections, of course, and we've already got the global illumination, or the kind of the MXAO of the old version. And I'm actually watching this on the stream to my right here, and it looks spectacular, these long shadows. It looks spectacular. Obi wants to play 4.0 right now. Okay. Right, eat more chicken. This is the future part. This was the future part of the time machine. Now we're going to jump into the historic part of the time machine. So there's a long story coming up. Are you ready for a long story, or are you gone? I'm not sure. Let me know. So we're going to open up some screenshots, and we're going to do a little bit of talking alongside of those screenshots. So this might look familiar. This is kind of like the build that we just saw. This is a dawn shot. So this is with the sunlight pretty low. Dawn in the new engine. I'm here, long story. Yes, of course, I didn't have time to shave. But still, this new version is looking awesome. So this is a dawn shot. This is just nothing spectacular. This is what you already saw, which is pretty good. I'm gonna drink some water because my throat is getting sore. So this is looking good. I really love this kind of view. But in the future, the sun will probably be a little bit higher, so the shadows are a little bit shorter. I actually... I know why this is, because in the old version I want things to cast as much shadow as possible. That makes the game's engine more efficient. In this new version I really have to tweak the shadows a little bit more to get the aesthetics that I want, because I don't want people to constantly have to peer around in the darkness or in the shadows to look for things. I really want to want the game world to be vibrant, full of color, as well as shadows, of course, which are looking great right now. But I need to strike a better balance between this. So every stream the game I play keeps looking worse and worse. Obi, what? What? So this is, and now we enter the time machine, the historical time machine. So I didn't want to spill this. I didn't want to talk about this, but we're just going to do it anyway. This week I went crazy with the archaeological side of Angeldust. I had a player who lost his... because I could keep showing it off in a better and better state. Hey, this last version that I showed you didn't even run post effects. If I enable post effects on the new dynamic shadows thing, you're going completely crazy. It's just that beautiful. Anyway, there was this player who I think made an accident demolishing his house a little bit too eagerly. But maybe there was like a neutrino that kind of like flipped a bit in the server, and their house got destroyed when they didn't want it to get destroyed. But it showed me the importance of having like readily available backups of houses. And don't ask me for this in the future. I will not restore your house. But if there's like a giant catastrophe or something, and I need to be able to like granularly restore buildings, I wanted to have kind of like a better versioning of everything in the world. So that's now implemented. If you build something and if you build on it, there will be regular snapshots, so I will be able to roll back a building to a previous state, and I will be able to roll back your house to a previous state. So if something bad happens, if someone hacks the server or is able to just do something crazy in the world which we didn't anticipate, I will be able to roll things back. You need one more "Are you sure?" button. Yeah, apparently. So this is in there. This is running with 3.5. So from now on, we'll have like a very extensive history of things that you've built and that you've been changing. And if you are if there, for instance, was a meteor impact in the world and we needed to recover a whole portion of the village or a whole part of a build, I would be able to do that. So if you have bit rot or if things go awry, that's all now in a safety net. So my database teacher was just talking about how important backups are. Yeah, I have regular backups because that is where the second trick comes in. I thought, okay, this is cool. So it's now 2019. It's October 2019, and we'll have some backups of these buildings from now on. Yeah, we're done. No, we're not. Just as I was about to doze off to sleep, I thought, like, hey, but what? Wait a second. I make these regular backups of this database, right? Yeah. And I've got this time machine disk, and it's connected to my Mac, and it's making regular backups, right? Yeah, it does. So how about I take all of the backups that I have, and I take all of the data that I have, and it's about, I think, a few hundred gigabytes of data of game world backups. How about I take all of that data and I shuffle it into this system? So we have the entirety of the game world as it was as of the starting date up to now. So we have all of the changes in there. Yeah, that'd be cool. So I did that. So I shuffled around dozens and dozens and dozens of gigabytes of data. My database server wasn't too happy with that. It was taking ages and ages to get all of this data crammed in there. So I made some simulators that kind of replayed all of these changes to all of the buildings and tried to compress them into a more efficient format. I ended up with a file that was about, instead of like 200 gigabytes, it was 200 megabytes. So really compressed, and like all of the delta changes that didn't affect the world at all were just filtered out, and it was just like very efficient updates. Like, okay, we've got a few million or whatever things that you need to store for this, and a few million for that, and here we go. So do that, and it worked. So, and Hum says there's a particular part of the world I love to see from the archives. So I can now do all of this. So this is actually what you can see. I'm playing this in the very latest build of the game. So this is Angeldust 4.0, the alpha that I just showed you, 4.0 alpha 1. And this is actually the shape of the world, or this is the contents of the game world 4 days after its release of 1.0 in 2015. So this combines, unfortunately I don't have a snapshot, I think, of the actual launch day or the few days after. So this is 4 days after the launch, the initial launch of 1.0. So this shows the oldest data that I have, which is actually Spaces Green's oldest tower, my very old, at the edge of the world, at the edge of the village, my very old building, and some other buildings over here. So the very oldest version of all of the buildings here that I have in the newest engine that I have. So this is the time machine. It's not, of course, publicly available. I can do these kind of tricks, and I'm going to use these to make time-lapse videos, like build videos of the wonders in the world, so that you can actually see them being built from the ground up. It's not going to be very granular for the old wonders, but for newer wonders and wonders where things have been changing in the past few months or so, I have way more data available. So you will actually see all kinds of towers rise from the ground, and you will see all kinds of details being filled in. So yeah, Obi, your Neferspi, it will probably you'll probably see it roll out from one corner, getting detailed, getting abandoned. You actually wrote the letters "See ya," C-Y-A, see ya. I never found that in the real world back then, but it's there. I've got one backup where it says "See ya" on there. So probably when you decided to leave, you decided to leave building for a moment. So it's pretty fun seeing that, but you will actually see your build being rolled out and then all the details filled in later, so that's pretty cool. The striped road parts would be really cool, which is going to be a very long process, of course. I have this from the launch day, Obi, basically, pretty much. So this is all the way from launch day plus 4 days. So I don't have launch day, unfortunately. I don't have launch day plus 1, plus 2, or plus 3. My very oldest backup that I was able to find was launch day plus 4 days. So I think there's about, give or take, there's roughly 120 snapshots already in this. So that's over the course of 4 years. So it's not very, very granular. It's not like every block that you see being placed, but it's a lot of like progress that you can see in builds that have been built over a pretty long time. So this is like the start of the village in the new engine. This is Neferspi. This is the oldest. This is the so like it's not very granular, but this is the oldest Neferspi version that I had of just this thing here. When do you think the game will be finished? It's probably never finished, only abandoned, but we will release an official version on Steam this year. That's my very, very big goal. Yeah, Obi, so this is the oldest that I have. So amazing. It looks like everything that's already here right now, but this is probably a few days into November 2016 or so. I'm not sure, but this is what I have. So everything that comes after this will be added in phases and in steps. So, and as you can see, this is rendered in the new engine. So you have the sharp shadows. You've actually got the specular reflection in the center of the screen. So this is just like a test shot for this. I want more! Unfortunately, this is the extent of the demo that I prepared of this for now. So, so sorry about that, Obi. But it's just, this is the time machine. I now have kind of a time machine functionality built into the game, where I'll be able to make time lapses of areas just being built as we speak, which is going to be cool. And the past months or so, I've been doing these really regular backups. So I almost have a snapshot every week, which makes I think Explixy and Rob's build, we'll probably go to see a lot of detail in the phased out building there. So the building in phases. So You joined November 18th, 2 days off release. I see, yeah, so there's a snapshot pretty much around that time. And this is amazing. Yeah, this is amazing. This is a pretty cool feature. I hope to make sure you have backups of your backups. Yeah, so the cool thing is now that I've consolidated all of these backups, so everything that I had, my Time Machine disk, of course, is full, so it keeps removing old backups. So don't worry about that, because even my oldest backup is old enough. I've got about 120 snapshots of everything. Of course, not every build is affected by all of these snapshots, because some buildings were started in the beginning and then didn't evolve anymore. Some builds were started in the middle, kind of like Neferspi, and just built upon later and later. So all of this stuff, all of these changes, all of these snapshots are now in the production database, and it's getting backed up every day again. So there are backups of backups of backups, and this is all going well. It's I guess there will be kind of archives. Yeah, there are archives, indeed. Then it's backupped in 3 different places, offsite, onsite. I take care of my data, as you can see, and because I take care of my data, I was able to reconstruct the entire history of the world almost from launch day. And it's just an oversight of me that I wasn't able to get snapshots from then. I probably made backups, but I don't have them stored anywhere that I can remember. So maybe, and if I do find them, I can always merge them into this as well. So hope it doesn't want to be forgotten. Hey, Stanley, see you later. Hope to see you next Saturday. Likewise, sir. So anyway, this was the Time Machine. I didn't want to talk about this. I wanted to amaze everyone with a new trailer where you see all these wonders just being built from the ground up and rolled out, and all of these details being filled in later on, because I really want to make this trailer impressive. I want to focus on the building aspect. Like say, this is the ultimate building game. It's easy to pick up. It's hard to master. And you can make this this super cool thing majig. So it would be great to have a building archives on the website. Yeah, all kinds of things that you can do with this, of course. I'll see what I can do, but I've got the data. It's usable. There's millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and bazillions of chunk files that I had to go through, but it's all done. It's all done. It's everything is migrated into the new chunk format, into the production database, and it's all available to do anything. It's available to do anything with it. So, of course, I value your privacy. I don't know your email address even. I take all kinds of measures to remove and erase data on the website. But the building, the world history, which is kind of like not private in my sense. This is kind of like you if you build an Angeldust, you say like, okay, Firefly may use this to make promotional stuff, and this is what I do with it. So there will be, instead of videos of just seeing the wonder, flybys of wonders and details, there will also be, hopefully, if I can get this to work, and I'm pretty confident I can get this to work, there will be videos of the builds just rolling out from the ground up and seeing everything kind of being built over time, which is good, which is great. So there's a few more shots that I wanted to show of the new engine. So we had the Dawn shot, we had the Spaces Greens old tower house, and again, check out these shadows, just looking good. Alex, not sure if you're still watching, but I hope that you can kind of see the graphical quality of the shadows here, just the way that the contours of this tower are shadowed on the ground, with even the hole here. I can use my mouse cursor with this hole in the shadow as well. I think this shows great potential. Also, the shadow of this tree is just lovely. I'm loving this shadow effect in this new engine. This is Neferspi with the new shadows. You can see all of the individual cacti throwing a shadow. My builder, of course, and the build itself looking gorgeous with the specular lighting effect here in the center. So the sun is kind of like to the right of the camera here. This is just looking good. Next shot. This is Rob's kingdom. There's 3 shots that I want to show you of Rob 12's kingdoms. Rob 12's kingdoms. Rob 12's 12 kingdoms. That's how I need to say this. So this is just a random bench, and the sun is standing to the kind of like the left back of the camera, and just shadows falling into this. And this is good. This is cool, and it's looking good. So another shot. This is in the auditorium, kind of like the center. It's not a square, but the center. What you call it? Spherical? It's not cylindrical, circular. This is a circular area that you enter, and this is just with the new shadows. As you can see, just way more shadow detail in there, and some nice visuals here to be enjoyed. And there's one more shot that I wanted to show you. This is on top of the observatory, kind of. And now you might say, hey, Firefly, we're kind of used to more compositional beauty from you, and you'd be entirely correct. But the beauty in this picture is not about the composition of the photograph or like the aesthetics of the photograph. The beauty of this is in the technology in here, because you can see my builder is standing here on this glass dome, and the sun is actually to the back left of the camera, as you can see by this like circular highlight in the hat of the builder. And the shadow is cast all the way to here. So I don't have any real-time thing to show you at this moment, because I don't want to sign into the game world with this new engine and kind of like be there like, I am Firefly, what are you doing? But this is actually the builder here standing with this hammer in his hand. You can actually see the detail over here. And that's the builder. So this is like an amazing technical achievement over here. So it's not a perfect picture. It's not a great composition by far or by any stretch of the imagination. But this is just being able to see the shadow all the way over there and it updating in real time, because you already kind of saw it on the demo that I did a few minutes ago. This is just an amazing accomplishment, and it makes the game just look beautiful. If we can get this to release, and if we can get this version on Steam and make this the release version, I'm pretty sure we'll get a few more clicks and a few more buys out of that. And I'm really looking forward to getting this in tip-top shape and just running with it, because I think in just 1 week time I brought the engine from like Super Mario 64 level all the way up to Super Mario Odyssey, or at least Super Mario Galaxy, I think. So yeah, I could use alts, but I don't want to at this moment. But just trust me that this is there are zoom controls on this. Yeah, it's in the bottom right, Firefly, because all the zoom buttons are in the bottom right. No, they are not. Here, it's in the top center, which is completely insane. Maximum zoom. Well, that's a disappointment. But anyway, here, zoomed in on the shadow. As you can see, this is the builder. The shadow, the sun is over to the left and to the back. Kind of like, this is sounding like the JFK videos. But here over on the grassy knoll is the shadow of the builder. There we go. So I hope you can enjoy this very John F. Kennedy kind of like analysis of this image. See, to the back and to the left. To the back and to the left. It was not Jackie who did this. So anyway, there we go. This is a pretty cool visual. Yeah, the grassy knoll. Yeah, it is right. It is grass over there. I know my history, buddy. I know my history. So anyway, these are the pictures that I wanted to share with you, and of course the live demo that we did. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the fact that I was able to get dynamic shadows working at all. Shall I throw this in the trash? Yeah, I'll probably have a better version next week. So expect 4.0 Alpha 2 next week or something similar to that. Really excited to be able to show this to you. The time machine thing, I hope to make a video or something kind of like promotional or demonstrational about it pretty soon, so we can actually see it in action. I do have areas that have a lot of snapshots, and I want to see what kind of videos I can make with this. Maybe it's completely disappointing. I haven't checked it just yet, so I might be overselling this a little bit. But at least all of the Game World backups that I was able to salvage are in there, and from now on we'll have a very granular backup of the game world as well. So if someone loses their house due to a fire or something, I will be able to restore it pretty quickly and pretty accurately. So that's something that I've always wanted to do, and it's coming to the world, to the game. Every week the game keeps becoming better and better. That's kind of what I've been doing for years now, Obi, but it's some players only watch the visuals, but it's yeah, this is what I do, kind of. But I also want to release something and try to make some money. That would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool. I really want to see places like City of Heroes and of course Neferspi. Yeah, City of Heroes is a pretty interesting case. I built a bridge. There on launch day. It's in like the oldest snapshot that I have. The bridge is there, so it will be very interesting to see how the bridge evolves into the entire city. It will be fun to see, because of course I have snapshots which were not claimed to build yet. So I had to get the entire world, even the areas that were just damaged by trolls and all kinds of stuff. I had to import those as well. So it was pretty hefty backup-wise to get all of that data shuffled in there. It's been like hundreds of gigabytes that I shuffled around and had to cram into the production server. All the while, it was running the game, so luckily no one really had a problem with that, or no lag at all. But it was a pretty major feat of engineering, and I'm really proud of it. I'm really sad that I don't have a backup from like 1 day or 2 days or 3 days after launch day in 2000 and like version 1.0. But it's what it is. It is 4 days after launch day isn't bad either. So that's pretty cool. I'm bad to blame for a lot of deep damage. Yeah, so one cool story going through these chunk files and all of these backups. I thought like, okay, so I want to see the most changed area. What is the most changed area in the database right now? What is the most the area that we have the most snapshots for? What is the most interesting area in the world? And I visited that area. I went there and I looked at it, and it was Hum's Savannah. It was Hum's hunting ground. I was like, yeah, I could have expected this. I should have expected this. You could show backed up old player cities. Can I please send you some coordinates of old player cities? I'm for instance able to just say like I want to see a Wonder OB and go there in its oldest version, but I still need to write the code to actually load in all of the changes gradually. So start with the entire empty game world, like the vanilla game world, and then apply every snapshot incrementally. I need to write the code for that, and I need to see what the result is. I want to see what happens with Neferspi, I want to see what happens with the other builds, and then I want to be able to go through that with the cinematic camera and just see the entire thing being built in front of your eyes. I want to see what it looks like. I'm not sure if the granularity is good enough to make it visually compelling, but it will be from now on. So hopefully we'll be able to use this in the future for even more materials. So for more buildings. So anyway. Yeah, it's unclaimed stuff is in there as well. I and many other old players would love to see Sky City, 512 Village. Yeah, sure. I got 8 million over 8 million coins there. That's a lot, Hum. It's definitely worth the backup space. And they're all griefed, so I only ask for a single picture. Okay, I see. Yeah, I hope there's a snapshot that contains that, but I'll have to see. I'll probably have to replay the entire file, and then we'll have to see what the best moment would be to make the snapshot, and then we could do it. Sure, that's entirely possible with this. I have some other things that I need to do first, but this is all coming. So it's exciting times ahead of us and exciting times behind us. So this is the time machine. I didn't want to really commit to this talk, and I didn't really want to spoil all of the details, but I did, and I'm glad. So we're all up to speed here on what I have and what I'm doing. And it's I hope it's going to be amazing. Maybe I'll be able to make a demo video this week of just one build being rolled out as you see all the changes roll in. I really want to see what it looks like once you start piecing all these things together. Maybe it's not interesting. Maybe the snapshots are just too far apart, because sometimes we're talking about a month apart or so, and sometimes it's just weeks apart or a week apart. I'm not sure what it's going to look like. I want to see it. So. Anyway, so that's cool. The new version 4.0, as I said, 3.5 will always be available. There will be the final version probably for a lot of older devices that cannot run the newer version, and 4.0 will be coming to Steam, hopefully with the new render engine and making it like a AAA game on Windows, Mac and Linux. That's kind of like the aim for now. It will probably be coming to iPad and iPhone as well later on, but I need to invest a lot of time in that renderer as well. And I think that 3.5 serves as a beautiful starting point on those devices at the moment. So, Shadow Virgo says, want to see my build? It's my first build. No, Shadow, not at the moment. I'm going to stop the stream here. Otherwise, I'll be talking for 4 hours again. I need to go attend some other things right now. There's some people that I want to talk with and do other stuff with. So, sorry. This was it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry to keep teasing you with these new features and these new render engine tricks. And you're not being able to play with it. You'll probably be able to play with them very soon. I really hope to get a version out there in which you can test out the new shadows and the new lighting model, because we need to get this on computers and see what they respond like. I need to get this on Linux, I need to get this on Windows, all kinds of graphics cards like NVIDIA, ATI, maybe Intel can even run this, I'm not sure. So we need to get testing this and seeing where the limitations are. So that's pretty cool. What's the Discord? Hopefully there will be a non-Steam version. Oh yeah, Eric, of course. So I'm just saying that 4.0 will be released on Steam for Linux, Mac, Windows, but there will also be a DRM-free version on itch 4.0. So you can decide on itch if you want the old version 3.5 or 4.0, the new version. Because I'm pretty sure that there will be players that say like, I don't like these new visuals, I don't like the dynamic shadows, I don't like the specular lighting, I don't like reflections in the metal, I do not like this, I want the old game back. And then they will be able to play the old game. So that's pretty important to me. So I want to have both a legacy version for older computers, but also for players who are used to the old style. So that's cool. This is it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I will run off to some other things that I need to be attending to right now. I hope you enjoyed it. I will try to be back next week on Saturday as well, 26th of October, I think it is. Maybe there will be a special Halloween surprise. Don't get your hopes up too much, but maybe there will be a small Halloween surprise then. Maybe not, so don't expect the world. And I'll see what other things I can bring to the table. Maybe a video of a time lapse, maybe a new like 4.0 demo version. So my plan roughly is to get this 4.0 version in good shape. Of course, the entire game still works the same, so that's pretty cool. That's a good base to build off, but there's all kinds of details that you get in these graphics engines that you need to get absolutely perfect, otherwise people will start complaining. But I'm trying my best here, and I really want to rush out this new 4.0 version, get it tested, make a trailer using that, because that's important. I need to shoot new footage using the new trailer to excite people like, hey, wow, check out this dynamic lighting in this game, check it out, this is amazing. What this guy did, it's one man, he did this on his own. Like the Unity engine is written by 300 people, and the Unreal engine was written by 200 people and was started in 1998. So, yeah, Firefly is doing an amazing job here. Yeah, and he is. So we need a new trailer with all of these new tricks and effects to really show off the game in its full glory. So anyway, that's all coming in the future. I will be back next week on Saturday, 26th of October. Be there, 1600 hours UTC as usual. Thanks for watching, thanks for playing. Rob, thanks for the tour there. I know we rushed into your place. We just completely trashed it and we just crashed everything. But thanks for having us. It was great to show it off. Hopefully players will be visiting it after the stream as well to give a little bit more justice to all of the details that you put in, all of the scrolls, all of the text, all of the places that you made and built. I'm really loving that build. It's great. It's only one of the 12 kingdoms, but it's a wonder in itself. And yeah, I'm glad that you build it. I'm proud to have you as a builder in the game. Of course, along with all of the other wonder builders and non-wonder builders. Everyone's welcome here. So I don't like being cooler. Will you wear a pant mask? I'm not sure. My rhino tunnel construction in Timeless would be cool. It looks amazing, the God Slayer says. Thank you all very much. Yes, I do have some of your tunnels in the backup as well, which is pretty dumb, if you ask me. I'll tell you what. Most people don't know this, and this is actually between. No. I will not go into this. No, this is too sensitive. I'm not going to share this about and me. No, I will not do this. But the entire making art with rhinos part or something like that, I wasn't a big fan of that. But kept making tunnels and art with rhinos. Say it. Well, I just did. I wasn't a big fan initially of making art with rhinos. I was like, was this? You have this entire game where you can have hundreds of different building blocks and you can build cool stuff, and you're just going to use one of the creatures that demolishes stuff to make art in this game. I think we even went to those tunnels in one of the streams, and I was like, that looks great. So it was not my favorite build in the game at that moment. Yeah, Pepega, it was not my proudest moment there. It was like, seriously? What is this guy doing? But it was, we went through that and I learned from it, because making art with rhinos is pretty cool. You got grief the very next day. And I can definitely relate with Firefly about those tunnels. Straight from my heart. So, yeah, I appreciate the effort, and I appreciate, once I saw what was doing with them, and kind of like the experience he feels with the game, and kind of like the investment that he had, and kind of like, I was like, oh, he's really serious about this, and this is actually, I can understand where you're going with this, and I can see the beauty in it. It's not maybe the aesthetic that I like myself, and it's maybe not like I like creating things. don't like destroying things, but I can see the beauty in this. So I hope you're still cool with me. I'm still cool with you at least. And you were locked out of your own creation. Yeah, it's a sad story. It's a story of the ages. It's like a man destroys a world, and then the world prevents more destruction. This is the story of almost every Hollywood movie that you see in the cinema. Even John Rambo knows about this. So it's philosophical. Yeah, that's what it is. But anyway, let's get that all out of the window. Let's get the time machine clean again. We had a cool stream today. Showed off some very cool stuff. I really need to run. I really need to be with some other people right now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing. I'll be back next Saturday, 1600 hours UTC. Be there or be square. And in the meantime, tell everyone you know about the game. Tell them to go playing right now if they want to play for free. In the future, if I can get this new render engine up and running, I'll be honest with you, with everyone. I always said the game will cost just a few euros. If I can get this new render engine like in a good shape and it looks like a AAA game, I'll probably ask a little bit more, because I think you can definitely see all of the dedication and effort that went into the final product. Not being happy with like version 1.0, not being happy with 2.0, not even being happy with 3.0, which in my opinion looks good. If I see the screenshot here in the back, I still think this looks good. This is like kind of the game that I want to sell. But if I can get this new render engine up and running, I think Angeldust really stands on its own, and it's really a beautiful game and a beautiful experience. If you want to build stuff, there's RPG elements in there and exploration elements in there if you want as well. So I think the product stands on its own and it holds up really well. And I wouldn't even be ashamed to ask a little bit more than a few euros for it. We're not talking about 60 euros or anything in that range, but definitely like a price that you say like, okay, we definitely appreciate the work that went into this product and we're going to pay a little bit more for it. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, have you got a full release date for the game yet? Definitely 2018. Everyone wants to be a god, and then God shows him who the real god is. Tragedy is better than a comedy. Super cool mega render DLC and Rhino Tunnel elements. Yeah, indeed. Obi wants a clean screenshot of his early wonder when we can sell unclaimed land back to the game. I'm not sure. This was it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back next week. See you later. Have a nice weekend. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate everyone coming back every week just to chat with me and listen to me and show me all kinds of stuff and jazz. So that means a lot to me. Hopefully next week we'll have another cool stream with some new things to show, and we'll chat as usual. In the meantime, I'm Firefly. Thanks for watching. Peace out. I'll see you later. Bye.